Golden's Antiques, eh?
Gold antiques.
Roll, gold.
Yeah, I got it. We're good.
And so this is kind of the main square. And you guys can obviously explore the rest of the town. You can, but you figure that with kind of the wounds and the weariness you have sustained over your journey, it might be prudent to inquire if this Quicksilver Saloon has any rooms available.
Yeah, Press did not feel so good. Does leveling up make you get your HP back?
No, dog. What do you think this is? EverQuest?
Yeah. I wish.
I don't even know if that happens in Ever. Well, yeah.
It does. It does.
I think it's nice. They give you that.
They patched it like halfway through Kunark that you just. Anyways,
that game's so easy. You get your health back when you level up. What a pussy way to get out of that.
Oh shit! We can play the town music. You see it. So Presta, I was describing some of the buildings around here, setting the scene. Inimifist had already hopped out and dashed into the Quicksilver because there were several women scantily clad waving their handkerchiefs.
Their butts to be grabbed, man.
Butts to be grabbed. So, and the rest of you decided to go ahead and hitch up the wagons and see about accommodations. Yep.
Do we even know where we were supposed to be taking this to? I mean, like...
there's an encampment of Fox Clan members. You don't know where it is exactly.
Fox Clan garrison?
We're just gonna have to go Quicksilver and Shroud and find out.
Yeah. We're probably safe to at least find out if they have a room before we don't drop off the stuff. So, should we leave someone outside to watch our shit? Or
where are you?
I'll stay outside, Mr. Firewood Black Boy, because I know you don't want me to go inside with my sword.
Damn it!
Right. Your sword is a dangerous weapon that needs to remain. Okay.
I'll stay outside. That's okay. I stay outside. That's okay.
Is your voice always been like that?
I was thinking more like we could leave the wolf. Like, is the wolf competent enough to bark if someone tries to steal our shit?
Is he as competent as a skeleton?
He's a good puppy.
Take naps, so I'm good up there.
Could I just leave standing orders with Butler and Shreckleton to guard the saloon?
Do people care that they are?
Have people? Skeletons? I mean, the troll skeleton is in the box, so I guess Shreckleton's been out and been walking with us.
Does he have? I forget. Doesn't he have like big robes? So he's not literally a skeleton, but definitely.
The troll has no robes, but the others do. So
he says that
looks like a human, but Shreckleton's pretty big.
Yeah, no, he's very big, and you definitely catch a few glances, but like significantly less than you might expect for just like a random city.
Fewer.
All right,
it seems like the people here have seen worse and crazier shit than just a tall guy who looks like a skeleton in robes.
All right, so I'll leave them. I'll leave Shreckleton and Butler with the stuff, and I'll leave Morty with the stuff too. And if people try to steal our shit, Shreckleton and Butler should stop them, and Morty should come get me.
Okay. Sounds good.
Toyota Subaru, come on, you're coming inside. You can't get out of this.
Are you serious? Alright, okay, I'm coming.
Alright, we all go inside. I wrap my arm around Toyota Subaru's shoulder and try to give him a pep talk.
Yeah. Major, you did miss a wonderful pep talk about you guys need to be a professional band of adventurers.
Yeah.
Probably Blackwood is going to cast, what was it?
Oh, dude, these are some great player icons. I like these. That hound dog by the fire, that's great.
Yeah, dude. Hold on.
And this fucking guy, that fucking guy, they look familiar. That's great.
Wait, is this Stone Cold Steve Austin?
No, sure.
All right. So yeah, you step into the Quicksilver Saloon.
Where's the entrance? Up left.
Bottom left. Yeah, bottom left, which is north in this map.
Got it. Okay.
A key. I'm trying to get this fucking music door. Anyways, yeah, let me pop out some old bird.
I'm here.
And Blackwood's already on there. Subaru.
Toyota Subaru! Hey! What's wrong with my health? Damn it.
So, as you step through, you see that the common room packed. There are more people here than just these tokens, but, you know, I'm lazy. So, there's probably a good, 40-ish people around here, all kind of mingling and drinking, and there's, a band, or a bard kind of playing off and, fiddling on something in the distance, and sure enough, there is this kind of strange green table here, and there are people around that who are using these sticks to push these balls into it's an unusual game.
A game of savages.
And over past that there is this large roaring hearth, and at the foot of it is this big old hound dog. There's some scattered little fire pits and stuff. It's there's the haze of smoke, and it's like the equivalent of a medieval dive bar is how I would probably describe it. It's like the P&H.
The most poor and the most hungry come to this place.
Kind of like that. Leaning against.
Oh no, it looks more like the buck, bro.
Yeah, I'm getting more of a pirate vibe to it, especially with
leaning against the wall. You see a tall woman. Who is she's got a very misformed or deformed nose. She's got kind of bruises, one bruise under her eye. She's got these her hands are wrapped in these hand wraps.
She's got celestial fist. She's totally procking right now.
Well, she looks like she's procked a day or two in her life, she's got this flowing black silk sash.
Wow. It's really interesting.
But she does look like she has the trappings of a monkly sort, though she does not look like she kind of carries herself with the usual monk demeanor. As you guys kind of stroll past her into the kind of main area, she just sort of hawks a loogie and spits in a little spittoon next to her and takes a swig from a bottle. As you guys keep kind of walking forward towards the main bar area, this door up here at the top quickly opens up, and you kind of get this billow of smoke that out, and there is a tiefling wearing a chef hat who briefly
a chef hat?
A chef hat.
Yeah. like your stereotypical white with a little puffy on top chef hat. Who steps out and says, "Probably these fucking orders are done." And he throws some plates on the bar counter, and then quickly jumps back in, and the door kind of shuts behind him very quickly. And at that, this halfling who was behind the counter grabs the plates, and he steps on over and sets them down at this table. And then as he does that, he turns and he says, "Oh, well, bless my stars, if it aren't some new customers. Greetings, friends, greetings. My name's Bartleby Long River. I'm the owner and proprietor of the Quicksilver here. A pleasure to make your acquaintance." And he takes out, he's got a little, cop pipe that he takes out and kind of, taps on the ground and puts it into his pocket as he makes kind of a low bow. And he's already pretty low. He's a halfling, he's pretty tiny. I guess you can get a better look at old Bart here.
It's cool.
Yeah, he says, and will you fine folks be needing accommodations here in Onsgard?
Yes.
Wait, Thomas, did you already cast the spell? Did you do that?
If we can have done it, I would like to have done it, but
Okay, you have done it. You have done it. So he looks at your. So all of you now are essentially wearing like uniforms. Like you've got, your rep is high enough with the alliance that you can get the tabard, and you're all wearing Thunder League tabards, and I'll leave it up to you guys exactly what that looks like.
Yeah, we might have to discuss that more. Thomas had some ideas, but I need some guidance.
If you guys just leave it up to Friar Blackwood, he's gonna interpret the Thunder League as two vertical thunderbolts next to each other.
Nazi thunderbolts.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nazi thunderbolts.
That's what you're saying. Nazi thunderbolts.
But he can be dissuaded otherwise. But that's his initial idea, and whoever helped him make the uniforms can change his mind.
I'm really good at that kind of stuff. In fact, I've been working on something, and I'm going to show you what that looks like right now.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
I googled it.
As long as we're inserting anachronisms into the campaign, whatever. You go.
And those would be all colors too, I guess. Instead of black and red, we can do like a gold and a
Golden
blue,
navy kind of thing.
golden navy. Yeah, Thunder League. Sounds good. And I wanted to see. Can I put it on the front of my +1 wooden shield of Sigvoder, like, instead of having Sigvoder on there?
And actually, shit, Thunder Reader, I get that shit off the page.
What?
What?
He's speaking,
half of that.
he's speaking the language of his people.
I'm assuming my computer was trying to save me just from the idiocy. He's coming out and just goes like, "No, stop! Just cut this off." What were you saying?
That vaguely looks like our Subaru t-shirt.
A little bit.
Oh man.
Were you guys Thunder League for Bonnaroo? Hold on, I gotta let the dog in.
We were the jungle.
Thunder League.
Actually, let me find that picture real quick. The Thunder League. Well, black and red are my colors, but if the group say they want different colors.
Hey, black and red are my colors too, buddy.
Yes,
I kind of like the blue and gold. Yeah, it's just me. I'm just the disembodied voice of God in this game. What do I know?
We must do blue and gold. Praise.
Yeah, okay, cool. And I wanna show him my shield that has the Thunder League emblem masterworked onto it.
Yep.
And I want to say, Bartleby, you come highly recommended from our friends and allies in the Fortunate Sons. Sir John of Fogarty insisted.
Fogarty, that fucking bastard owes me 500 gold.
Well, he insisted that we stay here, and he said we shouldn't stay anywhere else.
And he composes himself. Pardon me. It's just, well, sir. And he kind of rolls his eyes. John and I go back a ways. Now, of course, you boys, you call me Bart now. Bart's to my friends. And he says, I would be happy to give you accommodations, and if my eyes don't deceive, I think you boys might be of the adventuring persuasion. Is that so?
What could make you think that? Says Preston, clutching at his near mortal wounds. I still feel like shit.
Bart sees you, and he grabs a beer from the table that he just delivered the order to, and hands it to you. And the peasant initially is like, "Hey!" and Bart steps on his foot, and he grabs it. And Bart goes, Here, this will is for your wounds, son.
Will it heal me? Will it make me feel better?
It will it will make you feel like you feel better.
He said gonna give you something to take the edge
I
off.
suppose that's good enough for me, and I drink it down.
And so he says, well, boys, you know, I do run an establishment here, and, you know, there's always the finances to be considered, but for this particular instance, I might be willing to provide you with said accommodations for the mere price of a simple story.
What kind of story?
I have
What
many stories
kind of
for you.
story?
Why, a story of the adventures that you shared
Would
together.
you like to hear the story
Tell
of
me a
the good
tale
news?
of
Oh, okay.
not that kind of story.
I will tell you the greatest story ever told. It begins.
Yeah, well, okay, so he looks intrigued.
Is it the Book of Mormon? Because that's what it sounds like.
Good news.
Krista, who's never drank alcohol in his life, is now like sort of just like
It begins 5,000 years ago, when the world was nothing but salt crystals.
Thousands of years
It was light,
in the year 9999.
flaming hot light that made everyone understand there's only one way to get to heaven.
He goes, that's an interesting story. I suppose it'll do. You'll have a room here. And he turns to Toyota and he
Max is
Get the
going
fuck
to
out.
town.
turns to Toyota and he says, "You there? That sword must have seen a swing or two in its time. Why don't you
Oh,
tell
yeah,
us the story
sure.
of that?"
All right, you want to know the story from my people? I'll tell you a story about that. Hold on a second.
And I unsheath it, and, you know, in a very non-threatening way, unsheath the sword so they can take a look at it.
This sword
It's like
been passed
more
down.
than a few eyes in the bar kind of turn as you unsheath, you know, diarrhea touchdown, which makes an unnatural, you know, like.
It kind of has it you know, emits an odd odor when I unsheath it.
John, I would like to think that is engraved. If you look at the chat, that's engraved on the blade itself.
Yeah, and so when I withdraw the sword, my voice changes. I go, "This is sword that's been in my family for generation and a generation. It has been passed down from one son to the next son to the next, and it has tasted the blood of many foes, many demons, many agate spellcasters have fallen to this bay." And then I put it away. And that's basically it. I don't want to elaborate too wrong, but it's the shortest thing my family for quite a long time.
And Bart says, "Oh, I see. You know, where do you come from, Boyle?"
Well, you see, I'm not really from around these parts.
Well, many people in On Guard aren't for around these parts. I met a man though. He had a similar sword. What was his name now? It was a Honda, a Mitsubishi Honda. I passed through town several years ago, I believe.
Takashi. You say Mitsubishi Honda?
Mitsubishi Honda, you say?
And he or kind of nods his head, and he doesn't really think anything more of it. So he turns to the next in line. He looks at Bert, and he says, "You look like you've seen the bad side of a couple back alleys."
I've seen some things. I've made some drugs for some bad people. Hey, speaking of drugs, can I sell you some stuff? I got some stuff you might like.
He's like, "I've got my own intoxicants in order. Thank you, though."
I mean, you think people in this bar would like some drugs? I got all sorts. We found some stuff.
He doesn't seem like put down by the idea. He's like, "Well, you can ask around. It's a free country, you know." And
Yeah,
he turns to Trouser Dance, and he says, "That's a fine bow you've got there. Looks like you're, let me guess, a bit of an outdoorsman."
How could you guess?
And he kind of like
Tiger.
do what?
That's a good guess there, Tiger.
Yeah, he kind of like nods his head back at the gentleman I just pinged over here, and he says, "Well, you know, Balin Hartwood, the proclaimed sheriff of Onsgard here, is of the Ranger and Persuasion."
Did you say Balin Fartwood?
Hartwood.
Dead Fartwood.
There you go. And he says, though of course he's more of the dual wielding style that the archery. Well, tell me a story, boyo. Tell me one of the great feats of archery you've performed.
I shoot things with arrows, and they die.
I saw him shoot a pig with an arrow from 500 yards away, and then
he kind of nods. He hears you. And he kind of nods. He goes, I can tell you're like a deep pool with calm surface water. Still waters run deep, my friend.
Oh yeah. Very cool. Bitchin'.
Finally, he lights his pipe back up once more and pops it back into his mouth, and he turns back to Friar, and he says, "And you, sir, look a bit of a priest sort. What story?"
He is a fake priest. I tell you this. This man.
Pardon, my friend. You want a story? Is it?
Yeah, you look like you're a group. What about a story that involved all of you? How you fellas got together, or how did you fellas get together?
West of the
Mommy and Daddy.
Was it north or west? I don't remember what direction was.
We were all being transported. I can tell you, we were all being transported in a wagon. We were all
hold on.
And we were being transported.
I definitely interrupt Toyota from talking about us being transported.
Okay.
And I want to.
Bart very noted, like he picked up on it though. He heard what he heard. And so
right.
But he doesn't indicate anything. He's just like,
They had not heard the good news.
What I was gonna say was, don't listen to them. And I tell them the story. I say, west of the Direwood and north of Woodswatch lies the Drakespine Mountains. And if you were to be in the Drakespine Mountains, headed to Woodswatch, you would find a field of frozen ice. And now part of it is cracked near this northern island. And if you dove into that crack on this lake, and you dove to the bottom of the lake, you would find a dead, large, white dragon.
whoa.
And that is our story.
We saw a dead, large white dragon at the bottom of a lake.
That should really explain everything. You shouldn't really need to know any more than that. And I'm gonna roll perception. I want to know if this guy's like taunting us or if he's just really interested.
That's
Yeah, so you kind of eye him up and down, and he does seem actually genuinely interested in the stories you have to tell. Though,
cool.
than others. But he kind of nods, and Blackwood, as you kind of finish your story, that you've actually kind of caught the attention of several of the people at the tables around you, and they also are kind of like, white dragon.
Yeah.
And so but shortly afterwards, the kind of bustle of the room picks back up, and so Bart says, he says, "Well, boys, you're welcome to the finest of our fine rooms here upstairs. Let me grab a key for you, and I think I can set you up. Those stories were wonderful, just wonderful." And he runs by and he grabs a ring of keys and he tosses them to Friar Blackwood.
All right.
He says, "You boys can take the Lion Suite. It'll be up on the second floor in the third right on the left." He goes back behind the bar and he says, "If you're needing refreshments, I'm the man to ask."
I will have some more refreshments.
Kind of chuckles. He says,
Stumble over myself.
Bit of a teetotaler we've got here. I see.
Do you have any chips to go with the fine liquid?
He says, "My assistant and chef prepare any fine Tirwinian cuisine you might want."
Oh, that would be wonderful.
He says, "Help yourself to the comforts of the common room here. Just mind that you don't start any fight, or Maria will see to you." Not into the kind of jack-looking woman at the door. And then, oh wow, not
so I tried to not stumble, made an acrobatics check and got it.
And he says, I can see that the long and weary road you traveled left you near to passing out, so you boys can just go on up and relax, and perhaps we'll talk again later this evening, or maybe even in the morning. It doesn't matter to me. He says, for the rest of you who aren't already incapacitated, you might find comforts over by the fire. Old Alligar there usually doesn't mind the company. And with that, he says, "I'll leave you to your own shit."
As I'm on the ground, just walks away.
Yeah.
You're not the first person to pass out in the Quicksilver.
Yeah. I'm gonna pick up Preston Meeks and sort of bring him to the bar, and I'm gonna say, "Barkeep, we need some coffee."
Oh, he says,
I got some coffee.
He says,
it's a
coffee,
battle.
man. Let me see here. And he runs, he goes to the door and he knocks on it, and it's got like one of those little slider windows. The window like slides back, and behind you can just see like it looks like the kitchen's on fire. I'm not saying it's on fire, I'm just saying that it looks like the kitchen's on fire. But you do see the eyes of a tiefling appear. Says, "Bartleby, you half fuckwit, what do you want?" Hell, we got any coffee back there? Tiefling, slides the window shut again, and after a short amount of time, you hear kind of some pots and pans banging around, and the door opens again with kind of like a billow of heat and smoke, and the chef kind of shoves a tray of coffees in Bart's. So he pops it on the bar in front of you guys. There's 6 coffees. So.
Oh man.
About this time, you finally notice that in the corner, surrounded by a half-orc woman, very round half-orc woman, and an elven woman is your buddy, Amethyst. And he kind of like waves at you guys, and then goes back to enjoying his company. You see just he's got 2 handfuls, and just seems like he's really enjoyed his lot in life.
2 handfuls of ass?
Of ass specifically.
Okay, so I see the coffee. I say, "Will this make me feel better too?"
I say yes.
Okay. So Presto, who's never had coffee in his life either.
It's getting brought to you by Miller Lite.
He's having so many life experiences right now.
Yeah, new experiences. So I try to down the coffee. I'm assuming it's very hot, but I'm just gonna slam it back.
Yeah.
If only it were a guy to get up to get done.
It's very hot.
It's very hot.
Ressa, how many hit points do you have?
3. I have 3.
Whoa! You got now 2 as you choke and spit up some of the hot coffee, but a good portion of it goes down, and it feels it's incredibly revitalizing. It's kind of Major. You've read the Discworld series, right?
Yeah.
You know the coffee that makes you knurd.
Yeah.
actively sobers you up. It does that to you.
Okay.
But it brings you back about to even.
Okay.
You feel a little bit better than you did when you walked in, but you don't know exactly what happened in the last 15 minutes.
Oh. Hey. Hey.
So while they're recuperating at the bar, what do the rest of you want to be doing? Keep in mind that it's evening, it's dinner time-ish, so...
John, is that you?
John's trying to talk, but I can't. I don't know what he's actually saying because both.
Is it? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I can hear you now.
Yep.
All right. I got talk for you. Can you hear me now?
No. What? Oh man.
What did he say?
Can you hear me? What I want to do is
Yeah, okay. I thought so. Yeah.
Is it trailing off, or is it just the really awesome Chinese accent?
And right at the time when you start saying shit new.
Oh man, that's really good.
Wait, is it? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
So it's only when I'm a Chinaman?
No, it's got nothing to do with the Chinaman.
It's censorship.
Oh man.
It's fucking hilarious.
Well, now I can't hear you, John.
Damn it!
Jesus.
Oh man.
Alberto, what do you want to be doing?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was working on my tumor.
Nursing your tumor. You're growing this thing on the side of your arm.
That is actually what you're doing. You've gone over to the table
That's what it
and
sounds
you're pouring stuff on your wounds, thinking I'm an alchemist. I can probably make a healing potion, right? That's whatever.
Yeah. And then oh god, and etc. I'm working on that. That's what I'm working on.
Hey, wait. Can you guys hear me now better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I try being my Chinaman Orangutan track dish, can you hear me really well?
Yeah, we actually did hear you.
Yeah, we can.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, when Joseph done, I'm gonna help you pay attention.
You actually faded out again. John, just talk at a steady pace and volume, and don't move around a lot.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah, it doesn't have to be that steady.
Okay, so I go up to the rated Usher monk and I say, hello. I saw you from across the room when I walk into the bar, and I wanted to know if you know where the Fox Cran special Fortin cabbage is, because we got lots of cool stuff to give them.
Oh my god.
She looks at you kind of confusedly, sort of eyes you up and down, takes a swig of her bottle, and then says, talk to Bart. He's in charge.
Okay, right. I'm gonna do that. But I got a question. No, I don't. Okay, I'm gonna go talk to Bart.
So hard to hear him.
It's very hard to hear you, John.
It's not canon that I think he does mumble in his Asian voice. He just starts talking and
It's the noise reduction on his microphone.
Is it really?
Maybe, I don't know.
I thought I was speaking pretty consistently.
Trouser, what are you doing?
And he fades out again. Oh man, we need to get you an actual I don't know, mic. And I don't know where I can find one.
I guess I'm gonna go see
Is
Hunter Bro.
Gonna go talk to the Ranger Bro?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, dude.
Prest is feeling pretty
Hold on a
hungry.
Hey Daniel,
What?
can we come over? Can we borrow your PlayStation headset?
Yes, yeah.
Cool. That'll probably work better than whatever he's using, or maybe we can try it. All right.
I mean, my bedroom, the mic for my computer can easily mic this entire room, but you're welcome to that headset.
Yeah.
So I could go over there,
John, go get his headset.
or I could just sit in Daniel's room.
Yeah, but
Or
then
you
you'll
can
probably
go over
have
there.
like you'll have a little bit of echoing, like a little bit of
Okay.
duplication. I think.
I'll go get
I guess.
Daniel's thing. But when I get back, I'm gonna go talk to Joggy.
Hi, doggy.
Okay. Hi, doggy.
You're my favorite customer.
Okay, keep that change. Thank you.
$18. Oh, here you go. Okay. So, let's.
Who else is there? Who are the people on the bottom table? Like these guys.
These guys.
Yeah.
Nondescript.
Oh, nondescript. Okay. What about these? What about this? Looks like Melissa McCarthy as Sean Spicer.
Pretty good description.
It's funny because that's exactly who it is. No. Nondescript. Ooh, excuse me. Nondescript.
Who's this?
Descript. The only descript people are Maria, the two gentlemen sitting over here, the dog, and Bart.
Okay. Well, in that case, after I'm done making a tumor, which is a bat, I'm gonna go hang out with Toyota Subaru and hang
So
out.
I would say that your tumor. I'd say your tumor like grows overnight.
Okay.
So whenever you guys rest, it'll like surprise. You have a tumor familiar now.
Yeah. Okay.
Hope you enjoy your choices in life. So, Tarzan, you step up to these gentlemen. They got a nice little fire in front of them. They're both sipping on like they've got like kind of fancier glasses and dark liquid is inside. And the one Hartwood, the ranger, he's got two axes that are kind of leaning against either side of his chair. And he's kind of leaning in, and they're very clearly like very engaged in their conversation. And he says, "Roland, you don't understand. We need more defenses for the city. If there were to be a level 3 incursion any day now, we would be wiped out." And the other gentleman, who is a half elf, he's got he doesn't actually look like the picture he's got, but I just like that picture a lot, and I wanted to use it. And it's from Baldur's Gate, so whatever.
Yeah, that guy's
he's got like kind of long like blonde hair.
His name is Eldas.
He's got kind of pointed ears, and he says, "Listen, Hartwood, I'd love to help you, but the thing is, I can't just spare my merchandise for the city. You see, I've got to make a buck or two." And Hartwood says, "Silverkin, I can't force you to help me, but and after that he kind of pauses and he turns and sees Trouserdeath, and he says, well, hello there."
What's up, dude? How's it going?
He's kind of like he's going very well. How about yourself?
Hey, man, I can't complain. There's a warm fire over here. Shit's pretty tight. I don't know. The guy up there said I should come say hi to you. I'm a ranger. I like to shoot shit. You clearly got axes. That's pretty cool, though. Looks intimidating. Good work.
He says, fellow ranger. Well, welcome to Olmsgard. And he steps up and actually, holds his hand out and holds his drink, and he cheers you. He shakes his hand and then cheers over the handshake. And he says, "What brings you to our fine city here?"
Man, truth be told, I couldn't even tell you. I don't even remember. But we're passing through, and I just, figured, heard you help, getting some shit killed.
He says, as a matter of fact, if getting shit killed is your thing, then I have just a job for you. You see, I'm sheriff here of Olmsgard, kind of a self-appointed title and position. But, as I'm sure you're well aware, the Maw is just teeming with dangers, threatening the good folk of this town. And so I occasionally pay for bounties of the various, nuisances that occasionally come out of the Maw.
Into the Maw, huh? I've heard about that place.
Yes, it's
pretty scary.
Actually, when you say I've heard about that place, he says, I would be wary if I were you. The Maw can be a And he looks down, and you see pain come show behind his eye.
Slamming into his eyes.
And he says, many fine adventures have been lost there.
Damn. Sucks for them, bro. Shit.
He looks he looks a little upset at that comment, and he doesn't say anything about it, but he says, perhaps I should retire for the evening. And he takes a drink and walks past you and out the door.
Fine, man.
Sucks for them, bro.
Yeah. The half elf that was sitting next to him just stares at you. He doesn't say a single goddamn thing. He just looks at you, and he looks with quite a bit of disdain. He just, and he was doing that before you made that comment. I should.
Okay.
Don't ever to work with that headphone thing.
John, I can just hear you on Daniel's mic.
Well, then I can just come play in here. Is that pretty cool?
Yeah.
Well, but if he's got a
It's
computer,
fine with me.
Yeah, I mean, go get your computer and bring it into Daniel.
I'll mute my computer and bring it in here.
Yeah.
Why don't you do
Yeah,
that?
I mean, you just use this mic, or that mic's even better than this one. But
Yeah.
He sounds fine. Like,
it's
just
very
talking right
easy
now.
to do, I promise, if you want to come over here.
I'll
But
just come over
otherwise,
here.
you can take the dongle out of the front of it, but you...
So, hey Ashton, I want to look around at Bard's and around the place and see is there any clan like identification or like territory mark or symbol anywhere?
Nope. In fact, you did notice that while you're wandering through the town, you didn't see any sort of uniformed guard or anything like that. You saw, a handful of adventure-looking folk, and in here, similarly, like there are some people that definitely are like, oh, those are peasants, and then there are some people that are like, maybe he's a level 2 fighter. I don't know.
Okay.
Certainly, like Bart, Maria, Balin, and Roland all look like they have seen an adventure or more than you guys in their time.
Okay.
And but yeah, no clan identifying features are found anywhere.
Okay, so I'm gonna lean to Bart and I'm gonna say, so we have an appointment with Lieutenant Ivan Jarlsgreek of the Fox Clan tomorrow, and never met the man. What's the Fox Clan's reputation like around here in Onsgard?
He says, what you mean other than being a bunch of cunts?
Yeah, that's pretty much the feeling I got from them too.
He says, well, listen, boy, and he does this obviously now that he's behind the bar, he's polishing it like any good bartender would.
Of course.
And he says, standing on a stool, he says, listen, boyo, I don't mean to pry or impose too much into your life, but I certainly would avoid any sort of association with the Fox Clan. They're, like I said, just a bunch of cunts.
All right, and I nod and I say, duly noted. Is there no clan?
He says, but if you were so inclined as to go find them, they've got a secret encampment, probably about 10 miles southeast of here, and I'm sure you'll find Ivan there.
Okay. I lean in close to him and I say the real
I lean in
reason.
with him. I'm like coming up with him too.
Yeah, obviously like very uninvited rain from Cresta.
Yeah.
Cresta just sees people leaning in together and figures that you might as well go.
Yeah, so I kind of look over at him, but I keep talking and I say, real reason for my visit is I'm looking for a man named Harwin.
He says, Harwin? You're looking for Harwin? Oh, well, you might have more luck with Jarlskrieg in that case. That old loon is up in his tower half the time, and when he's the other half, he's down here making trouble. And he says, Harwin is supposedly a Raven Clan member who conducts research and experiments here on items and creatures found within the mall. He set up a tower. It's on the northeastern side of town. He's a bit off his rocker, though he's a good sort. You know, better than Yar's Krieg, I suppose.
All right.
It must be.
And then I say, get my friend and I some salty food.
Salty food. He says,
Yes. On that note, I would actually like to speak to your devil cook man.
That's not working.
He says, well, I'm afraid Kel has certain employment limitations that...
I shout as loud as I can. Hey! Kel!
And the little window, slides open. Again, looks like the kitchen's on fire. Who knows if it is or not. And the eyes are just like burning red. Just look out at you.
Do you... well, first, have you heard the good news?
The gate shuts. The little window shuts immediately.
Damn it.
He says, I'll go have a chat with the lad and see that you guys get some good nourishment.
You must tell him to include the holy chips in his menu from now on. It is very important.
And so
His life depends on it.
Bart strides through. There's actually kind of a halfling-sized little, it's almost like a dog door, kind of.
Halfling door.
In the big door. And so Bart, ducks through that real quickly. And you hear kind of some muffled, it sounds like so
stupid.
Shortly after he steps back out and is carrying plates to Friar. He delivers a platter of... I'm echoing on somebody's
mind.
Yeah,
somebody's echoing.
John, just all of your mute, just mute everything.
How about, am I still echoing?
Yeah.
Wait.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah.
I think you were echoing on Daniels, maybe? I couldn't tell.
Yeah.
No, I think, John, what you need to do is just mute your volume and just listen on Daniels.
Yeah. All your sound, that's all muted.
Now we can't hear either of them.
Well, fine.
Unmute Daniel.
So he sits in front of you.
Shit, I accidentally muted Daniel again.
Oh, asshole, just stop. No.
Anyway, so he sets down a platter of some of Umbria's finest delicacies.
Oh, yeah.
And there's like a slice of salted wild giant boar. Alongside some, good old collard greens. Umbrians like collard greens really well.
They love collard greens.
And then in front of Presta, he sets down a fiery Doritos Loco taco.
Oh!
And he says, Kel hasn't had an opportunity to cook the Biscan fare in quite some time. It's generally considered too spicy for the folk here. in front of Presta.
Holy shit.
Yeah, Presta looks happier than he's looked in a long time.
Yeah. Well, that's what home cooking will do. And it does take you take a bite out of it and it tastes like home.
I'm doing the Pacha thing from Emperor's New Groove, just
Yeah. Anyways, Toyota, you're over by the dog.
Yeah, so can you hear me?
Yep.
To the dog.
Sure, I want to go over and pet the dog and say, "You're a really good dog. You're sitting by this fire. You remind me of a dog that I used to have a long time ago named
Cole.
What was John's blink dog name?
Was it Cole?
Was it Cole?
No.
The dog. So as you approach, he like does the dog thing where he's obviously was like sleeping, and he like looked up and goes, and he even Algar has a hand out. I thought he did. Never mind. No, he doesn't. Yes, he does. And he wags his tail when he approach, and you scratch him behind the ear and say, good boy, and he like wags his tail some more, and then he just lies down.
I say, you're a really good hound dog, and I look around and I want to see if I can see
You can see the what?
His owner.
There doesn't seem to be anybody around who like owns this dog. Certainly, like nobody really pays you any mind when you like go over and pet it. He's just chilling.
Good. Well, he
doesn't have a leash or anything, or a collar or anything like that.
He just hangs out. I gotcha. Alagar. Okay. Well, while I was trying to figure out the mic stuff, did anyone figure out where we're supposed to be transporting our fox wares?
Yeah. The Fox Clan encampment is about 10-15 miles southeast of Unsgard.
Okay. Well, I'm cool. I petted the dog.
Cool. So you guys, enjoy some food, and the night carries on, and some of you enjoy drinks, some of you don't. It doesn't matter. And things start kind of winding down, and you decide that now might be a good time to hit the old hay.
Yeah.
And so you do. So you guys go upstairs. Intima Fist reluctantly follows, and he. You use the ring of keys. You open up. You sure enough, you go third right on the left, and there is you have a large common room, which has its own little hearth with a little stack of wood next to it, and a nice little round table for you. And then basically there's a shared bathroom, and you each have your own little like private. It's a very small room. It's like a kind of like closet room, pretty much, but. You each have your own bed, at least, in your own room, so you can all, there's, or whatever, yeah. And you guys can take a long rest.
Oh, yes. Is Intima Fist bringing in biddies with him?
So we leveled up now, right?
The biddies left him because he ran out of money. What'd you say, Tom?
So we're leveled up now?
Yeah, so now you are leveled up, you're rested, full HP, got your spells prepared. Joseph has a tumor that has grown on him. You awake in the morning to the sound of like.
Yeah! I would like to think, wow, like Hank Hill.
Right. Does your tumor? Where is it? Like, what does it look like? Is it like a?
It's like a bat.
It's a bat-shaped tumor on what?
On my back.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Yeah, and it can detach and attach itself.
Yeah, so that's pretty fucked up.
Can it talk? Can it say anything?
I actually don't know if it can talk. It can try.
But you guys don't know what it's saying. I know what it's saying, but you don't know what it's saying.
It's not like that, yeah.
It's got the familiar skill where, what is it called? Speak with Master.
Yeah.
We can communicate verbally as if they were using a common language. Other creatures do not understand the communication. What's
it like to be a tumor? That's what I would say.
Wow. At least I'm not a threemer.
So yeah, you guys have it's morning now. You've rested. You've got some new friends, namely Tumor. Does not emerge from his room, but you hear him sawing logs in there. So he's alive and well. And you guys are free to do what you wish.
All right. So
actually move you back to Unsgard here.
What do we want to do first, guys? Do we want to go get paid?
That might not be a bad idea.
Paid.
All right. Yeah. We go to the cart, and I grab Morty and put him inside my hat, and we get in the cart,
Butler,
and we
Butler and what's Butler Shreckleton? What's the troll's name?
Yeah. I haven't named the troll yet. I was gonna ask somebody in character to name it. But are they? The troll is in the.
They're all like standing in the exact same position. They have not moved a single inch.
Cool.
Neither has your carts. So
sweet. Sweet. Okay, so let's go to the Fox Clan encampment.
Alrighty.
Wait, we said it's kind of like a ways outside of town, right?
Yeah, it's like a day's journey.
Oh, well, okay. Did we want to try to buy anything and prepare beforehand? I think we may have more money than I previously thought. Hang on. The Bank of Meeks, you know, it's
yeah.
It's kind of a venerable institution.
I feel like the Bank of Meeks is going to foreclose sometime during this.
Shut up. The Bank of Meeks is very good at keeping track of how much money we actually have.
Yeah.
Now, it's either...
Go ahead.
Hang on, here, I'm looking up in our old chat. Oh wait, no, that's right. 1,500 up front. Yeah, we have, okay. So, Meeks just counting one by one, being very obnoxious about this.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Meeks, how much money do we have?
I believe we have 509 gold.
Okay. If we want to go into Roland's Antiquities first, I mean, we might have stuff we want to trade for stuff. Usually, if you can get rid of something you don't want, that's nice. You can get something that you do want, that's almost as nice. We could see if we can make a deal with Roland.
Oh, excuse me, 505. Not 500.
I mean, we don't have enough party fund to buy anything really for the party, but we can see if we can individually barter some shit. We're pretty broke for a group of our size and capacity. We haven't. I lean in real close to everybody and say we haven't done any jobs yet. Like,
what kind of jobs are you talking about?
Like, take cart from point A to point B.
I will not sell my body. I will not.
All right. So, do we want to go in the shop before we?
Let's take a look and see if there is. I don't think there's any harm in this.
All right. Yeah. Let's go inside.
Yeah. I think we have excess stuff. Let me look at what else is in the party fund.
I mean, I have a bottle of fungus.
We have Silver Pearl. We have Star Rose Quartz. We have Toyota Subaru's weapon. We don't need that. We have a chain shirt.
That's not exactly true.
Alright, yeah, so let's go in.
So you're going
in Roland's.
Roland's and Meeks.
Roland's gold. So you step through to the antique store. There's a little bell swing when you enter in. So first of all, this store looks like it belongs to a hoarder. Like there's just stuff everywhere, and most of it doesn't look like it's really valuable. Like you know what you would do with it. Like I said, there's this weird looking, oddly designed suit of armor that's hanging up, but it doesn't look like it would protect you at all. Like it's old and rusty and stuff. There's weird maps of all sorts of spots. There's this there's a typical a alligator that's just hanging from the ceiling. There's all sorts of that stuff, and turned up behind the counter stands Roland Silverkin himself, and he's just standing there with his fingers tinted, and he just looks at you again. Doesn't say a word of greeting or anything like that. Hold on, I gotta shut my door.
Does anybody have anything they're looking to get rid of?
No, but I want to see what's the most powerful potion he has. I have this thing where I can just keep drinking the same potion over and over again without using it. I think that'd be kind of cool if I can get a really powerful potion.
Yeah.
I've got a returning Warhammer that I never used.
Yeah.
So, I want to see his inventory, but we'll see what he has.
Inventory. Perhaps he has some recipes.
May I help you, gentlemen?
Do you have your inventory? Is there an inventory section on our page? What you're wearing.
Yes. You may help
Yeah,
us.
go ahead, Preston. Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. We are looking for your finest wares of the adventuring sort.
That's the next
Hello? I just look at him, and he's just staring at me.
I don't know if you would be able to afford my finest wares.
Oh, that is where you are wrong, my friend.
Show me what the fuck you got.
It says, watch your mouth. This here's a family establishment.
I can get the part from Bristol. I have it to you in about 3 weeks.
Yeah, you can get the part from Trashbeard. I can have it to you in about 4 months. He says, why, this is only the finest shop of purveyors of antique arcana and history around, not to mention my finest maps of the mall and beyond. He says, what sort of are you in the market for?
Well, our newly two-mod friend here is looking for potions of many varieties.
Potions, please. They have minimal value. They're consumed and gone within a moment. They don't belong in a fire.
Not for this man.
He says, well, I don't sell potions.
Okay. Well, then, what? So you have maps. You also have other things. I'm just looking around at all the fucking junk he has on his walls.
He goes over to a shrunken head, and he says, this here, now this is a fine piece. You see, this is the preserved head of, and hold on. He doesn't pause and think, but I do, because I forget.
Don't take it, man.
You don't know what we had to do.
You don't know what we had to do to get here, baby. We take it.
I didn't even think that dragon was my dad.
I takes it all.
I just wanted to jack his shit.
This is, of course, the shrunken and preserved head of Baldur Axhewn, the hierarch of the Bear Clan in the beginning of the Third Era. One of a kind.
Yeah, but what does it do?
Well, it's a piece of the very lifeblood of Umbria itself.
I would beg to differ. I don't know. I'm a man of the people. I don't know how many fellow Umbrians you've ever met, but the great histories are mostly, they don't matter.
What you know of these histories?
I beg to differ. We are the product of our histories, after all. Says, listen here, old man. Yeah, he says, I get the feeling you folks aren't into the more esoteric wares that I have to offer. Practical knowledge I could sell you would be my maps of the mall. I could part with the most... Max, get the fuck out of here. I could part with the map of several of the top floors for only 2,000 gold pieces.
2,000 gold pieces.
Why, yes, it's a fair trade.
How much is your head?
He says, why, that would only be 3,500 gold pieces.
What kind of money we got, guys?
You drive a hard bargain, my friend. Let me consult with my peers. Alright, I'm gonna... So, wait, you said, do you have more than one map of the mall?
Yeah, he's got several maps of the mall. He
Alright.
has them all in firmly locked scroll cases behind, like, under the counter.
Okay.
It's got a bunch of other shit.
There's the upper floors, like, I guess...
It's got, like, a butterfly knife in it, you know? What?
there's like the upper floors of the mall. Is it, like... I guess we don't know that much about the mall yet. So, like, I'm gonna ask... I'll ask him, I'll say, like, how many floors are there in the mall?
How many clouds are there in the sky? One would get the answer just as simply.
He starts looking out the window, like...
He looks at you, he says... goddamn impressive. He looks at you and says, "How much do you know about them all?"
How many clouds are there in the sky?
That's how much we don't know about I wanna walk up to him and I wanna say, you seem to not understand how this works. A quick glance, you can see we are highly trained professional adventurers.
Yes, of course.
Isn't there something you need be done? Someone you need gone? Some task you need accomplished? This is what we trade in.
We also trade in pearls and star rose quartzes, which I also have.
He actually does seem kind of interested in jewels.
I mean, and if you want sex from one of us, we could probably arrange that.
Guys.
No, we talked about this. We have discussed this.
He seems interested in the sundry jewels you have.
Okay.
Oh, you want some jewels, eh?
He says, I suppose there is a task that you might be able to help me with, though I've sent better-looking adventuring parties in without success. And
what do you mean better-looking?
With your bat tumor on your back?
Pretty much all the ways that I could mean it, I mean it in those ways. He says, within the maw, there is rumored to be a mausoleum of sorts. And within this mausoleum is said to be the ashes of one of Umbria's most notorious shamans, Jotunbrand. And he said, wait, is that right?
Well, we did kill a shaman. We probably killed him.
Yeah. He says, if you can find Jotunbrand's ashes and bring them to me, I can award you the sum of 5,000 gold pieces.
And the map.
No, hold on. Don't.
With the 5,000 gold pieces, you could buy the map.
I want, well, and the map. Throw it in.
He said the map is in the mall. Why would the ashes are in the mall? Why would we need the map after we find the ashes?
Yeah, we'll need the map before we go in the mall.
Well, I'll need the 2,000 gold pieces before I give you the map.
No, go ahead.
So I've got this pearl. I got this star rose quartz. Very beautiful, as you can see. How much would you
why don't we, instead of like
he pulls out 30 silver pieces and 5 copper pieces, and he says, I got these 30 silver pieces and these 5 copper pieces. The very beautiful. No, he doesn't. Well, he does do that, but he does it with gold pieces. He pulls out 100 gold pieces, but he does mock you in that way. He offers you 100 gold pieces for those.
He's just totally unfazed because he doesn't know when people are making fun of him.
So I wanna lean closer to him again and say, we'll be happy to accomplish this task for you on behalf of the Thunder League, but we will need the map up front. I'm sure you can take it off of the sum of gold you award us when we become the best-looking group to complete this task for you. And I want to try to persuade him to give us the map up front.
Yep.
I try to assist by looking as handsome as possible. I go like this.
All right.
Okay.
He looks pretty good.
Is this okay? What am I rolling?
Persuasion.
Persuasion. Where is that? I see perception and then
diplomacy.
Performance.
Okay.
Yeah. Roll.
I have assisted you. We got.
All right. So I've got 16.
Both got 16. Okay. So even with Presta's quite show of physical, beauty, you don't really. Roland does not seem all that impressed. He says, my terms are my terms.
Well, how about this? How about you take a deposit of a $2,000 that we have, and then when we complete the task and do what you want, you give us the $2,000 back.
We do not have 2,000 gold, Toyota.
No, these words just keep coming out of our mouths right in front of this guy.
This is all going so horribly wrong.
You guys are doing great. You're doing great. You're
like a savvy rogue member of the group.
Yeah, might help in this kind of situation.
Party face for us.
A savvy rogue who has a magical map of the mall might help in this situation.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, shit, yeah. Well.
Yeah.
Let's get the fuck out.
Do you have any, so I lean in close again, and I take my hat off, and I show him inside my hat. I show him Morty, and I say very quietly, "Do you have any historical?"
He goes, ugh! He doesn't like your skeleton rig.
All right, I put my hat back on. I say,
Morty,
"Fuck you!"
Is Morty a skeleton? I thought he was just a dragon, right?
No, he's a skeleton.
Or
is he a zombie dragon? I think we said he was a zombie dragon so that he could use his wings to fly.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay, yeah. So he's a zombie. No, because I wanted to be all skeletons. So even though it means he can't fly, I made him a skeleton.
The flavor is that he...
But the flavor!
No, he can't fly. He's a skeleton.
Yeah.
Yeah, I put the hat back on and I say, good day, sir.
You give him the secret Nord, the chest bump, and throw up deuces?
No, I don't.
Oh.
No, I don't like this guy. I'm leaving.
I do it, because I think it's what you do to Nords now. I've seen you do it.
He is a Nord, despite being half Elven. That was productive. And you're back out on the streets of Bonesguard.
Well,
right,
I think we should go get paid for sure.
So I'll just go ahead and out of character tell you. I mean, you can see all of the sites in Bonesguard that are worth mentioning. So you got Sheriff Harwood's house. You got the Harwood Tower. There is the Temple to Vernier in the bottom right there. You got the Quicksilver, Roland's Antiques, and lastly Grinbeer's Smithy.
Wait, can we? What I missed? Did I get a chance to buy shit from him?
No, he didn't really. He's got maps and he's got maps and attitude basically, and only one of those.
So he didn't have any potions or anything. Cool.
Nope.
No.
All right, fair enough. That's and what did we decide on?
Do we want to get paid and then do all these things, or do we want to do all these things first and then go get paid?
I'd like to check the smithy out really quick.
All right.
Yeah, I like to do that too.
Yeah, let's follow the swordsman to the smithy.
Presta has no need.
Okay, Presta decides to do something else. What does Presta do?
I'm going to be heading to the temple. Those guys can do that.
Okay, we'll need the party fund. We'll worry about that when we get to it.
Presta doesn't think of these things. The Bank of Meats, I told you, a venerable institution.
So you, where am I?
Yeah, we don't really have any money anyway.
Yeah. So you guys walk up to the smithy, and you see that a massive building stands out amongst the rest on the northern hill there. The door alone is about 15 feet tall, though it is like a smaller, normal-sized door cut out in the bottom corner of it. From within, you can hear the sound of a hammer ringing on the anvil, and there are 3 huge chimneys kind of on the roof, all billowing great plumes of dark smoke. And you go ahead and so again, I just want to say this building is massive, way bigger than any of the other buildings. And on the outside, you can actually see you peek around the building, and you see there's not a stack of logs, for a fireplace, but there's just stacks of fallen trees on the outside. And you walk through, and inside it is uncomfortably hot. There's just it's oppressively, it's like Memphis in the middle of July. It's just awful. You can't escape the heat. There are
black people.
Furnaces that rumble away. Lining the walls are various pieces of armor and weaponry, all of incredible quality. And in the middle of the room, as the door slams behind you, you see a figure that turns and looks at you. It is about 15 feet tall, has dark gray skin, and its eyes are kind of the color of burning embers, smoldering embers. And looks like that. If I'm assuming that popped up for you guys.
Wow.
Yeah. And so he kind of turns up from the forge. He's holding a hammer that's about the size of one of you, and he sees you, and he immediately he was kind of hunched over the anvil. He stands up and he says, "Barikstadainga for the Usa." Giant.
None of us speaks giant. We went over this last time when we fought the stone troll.
My troll speaks giant, but he's not with us.
So he turns and he starts like rummaging through the stuff around him, and finally he's still like kind of mumbling to himself. And finally he finds what he's looking for. It's a large bracer, and he affixes it to his wrist, and then he turns to you again, and now same voice, but you can understand it's like common, but it's sort of like it's almost like when you put something into Google Translate. But he says, "You are here for weapons, armor."
Yes. Do you have potions?
He looks at you like this fucking guy, and he sets his hammer down. Sets his hammer down and strides over, and then he like squats in front of you guys, so that he's down on like your eye level, and he says, "No potions, weapons, armor."
Oh man!
And he shows you his wares, which are all of incredible quality. So here you can see, just out of character, basically you can buy any +1 weapon from this gentleman.
Yeah, for 500 gold, right?
Not for 500 gold. No. He uses just the standard prices that you would find in, whatever magic item compendium or whatever it is.
Bro, I want to show him the diarrhea touchdown. See what he thinks.
You do, and as you unsheath it, his eyes kind of go a little wider, and you notice that
brighten up a little bit.
His eyes sort of, like instead of smoldering embers, it kind of like sparks to life, and he says, "Great sword," and he holds out his hands and he says, "May I?"
I say, "Yeah, sure, you can take it, this sword," and I give it to him. And I say, "I'm trying to beat this baby up. I want it to be even more powerful, but I need a really good blacksmith to do it."
And he kind of like nods, and he's like testing out diarrhea touchdown and weighing it respectfully. So this is a man who clearly. Or a giant who clearly understands the quality of the weapon he's holding. And he nods and he says, "Can do." And he can place... Can do! He says, "Can do," and then he pauses and he says, I don't know, what is diarrhea touchdown technically? It's just a +1 katana?
It's a +1 katana, and I think we silvered it or something so it could hurt vampires.
Oh yeah. So +1 silver katana.
That's where all the money went, by the way.
He can indeed enchant it, but it is not for free. So it's going to cost, again, about as much as it would cost for any enchantment.
Okay.
He uses fair market price values.
Right.
He can indeed enchant your and any others' weapons. So
I see. Well, I guess I'm going to ask him if he gives me when he gives me my sword back. I'm going to say,
"What are you doing out here in the maw, Mr. Fire Giant? Why are you out here?"
So his eyes once again dull, and now there's unsurprisingly pain behind them. And he says, was smithy for fire giant king, did not want to fight, was exiled, came here and set up shop. Many good stones in Ma, make good weapons, armor. And he that's all he has to say about that.
That's too bad. Is there any way we can help you?
He says, bring stones from Ma.
What kind of stones you like?
Stones of Uller.
Good stones, he says.
Dirt.
He doesn't have anything in particular yet.
Okay.
He's looking for anything that you get the sense he's looking for anything that looks like it might be valuable to a smith to make weapons or armor out of.
Gotcha. Okay, well, I come back later, and I trust you to make my shorty diarrhea touchdown really powerful.
He nods. Yeah, he gives you a thumbs up. Yeah.
That's all I got to say to him.
Yeah.
That's all.
Does this guy? Does he have armor too?
Yep, he's got armor.
And are they like enchanted with like enchantments and stuff, or are they just +1?
The ones he has available are just +1s, but he can take commissions.
Okay.
There's I should say, make it easier. There's just a list, on the counter, and it's like, here's what I can do, and it's written in like the handwriting looks like that of a child who's like just learning common.
Right. How much is a +1 bonus to an enchantment to armor?
I want to say it's only 1,000.
Well, we've talked about this because
not just like the +1, but like I mean like to enchant it with like if I wanted to have a warding breastplate.
So
it's a +1 bonus.
I think it's on top of so basically the way it works is like your weapon bonus is like the +1 or what you have, and then plus like each enchantment is like either a +1 value or +2. Mm-hmm. So the equivalent of a +2 weapon, armor,
which makes it 8,000, I think.
That's for weapons. I think it might be different for armor.
Okay.
+2 is 4,000.
4,000. Okay, I'm way off.
Okay, so it would be a
+1. It was 8,000 for weapons.
8,000. Yeah. Okay.
So it would be a +2. What?
Yeah. So basically, it would be a +1, like armor of fortification, whatever you said.
Okay.
So it wouldn't actually get. It doesn't actually get like. It makes more sense. So it doesn't get an extra AC bonus, like if you made it a +. Right. But it does get the enchantment, and it keeps the whatever the +1 is.
Okay. But it would cost like it was a +2.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I don't have any money to to request anything special from him. We're broke.
Yeah, we really need money.
Yeah. Do we just want to? I want to go to Harwin's Tower, but I also want to get paid, and I feel a little bad window shopping everywhere. Are we cool if we all just go get paid?
Well, I want to do my thing at the temple first.
Oh yeah.
It won't take long, especially with Meeks at the wheel.
Go ahead.
Meeks at the wheel. So Meeks, you go to the temple.
Okay.
In contrast to the kind of ramshackle wooden buildings that surround it, the large temple before you is made of hewn dark stone. A murder of crows circles the building, landing
not ominous
on the roof. There are several steps that kind of lead up to this central antechamber. It's got stone pillars. It sort of looks like a courthouse, kind of.
Like a what? Say that again.
It's sort of like a modern day courthouse. It's got it's very ornate kind of Gothic architecture. Mm-hmm. Central chamber, the low light of candles flickering illuminates a mostly bare room. There's the haze of smoke and the smell of cedar, which pervade kind of throughout the area. And the kind of the up ahead of stone altar with a bowl resting on top. Doesn't appear to be anybody in this. That, like I said, there's like pillars lining like all the way, up to the bowl.
Okay.
And yeah, that's it.
All right. So, First thing I want to do. So I know it says temple to Vernier. I guess that's how you say that.
Yep.
Would I know? Like, I want to make a knowledge religion check. Would I be able to do that from what I see? Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
I want to know about what I know about Vernier or this temple or anything related to it.
So 13. You know that in the time you've spent missionarying in Umbria, that Vernier is the death and the realm of the dead, Helheim. And that's, with a 13, that's about all you know.
Okay, sorry, hang on. Joseph was making some noise. So
Joseph.
I had to put it on.
So you can kind of recognize, like, you're putting it all together like crows and
God or goddess of death?
God of death.
Okay, God of death. And all right, well, and I see nobody in there.
You don't see anybody in here. You're just standing at the entrance. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go, hello!
And it kind of comically, echoes like, and from behind one of the pillars, a figure emerges, clad in gray robes and wearing a mask of stone. He steps forward to everybody see that?
Yeah, but I don't see the picture.
I don't see the picture.
It looks like it's a broken picture.
God damn it. While we're talking about broken pictures, Presta, your icon is broken for me.
Yeah,
one of those
it's like I can fix it. I need to go into my profile and re-upload those, so I'll fix it.
Okay, give me 2 seconds. Where are you? Okay, how about now?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Great. So he strides towards you, and he says in a very kind of flat, monotone voice, but it sounds a bit like Tony J. He says, welcome. And what may the Crow Lord do for you?
Is he wearing a mask like that? Is that like
Yeah, he's wearing a mask. So like his features don't move when he talks, but you hear kind of behind the mask.
Okay. Well, because Presta's not a complete idiot, just mostly an idiot, he does have a decent wisdom score, so I'm not going to fuck myself here. I'm just going to say, this may be a long shot, but I don't suppose you have any potions of healing in this place. Or other things that would be related to the realm of potions and or good things.
He says, I just don't do a good Tony J. Says,
no worries.
The temple provides healing services for those in need. However, our supply of potions is exhausted.
Exhausted by what?
He says there have been many adventurers in the past weeks who have come seeking the Crow Lord's blessing. No, he doesn't say that because that would mean he killed him. He says,
Yikes.
it's like, hey, we're just out. We're out. Sorry.
Okay, all right, fair enough. All right, one other.
No, basically, he can cast healing spells.
Yeah. All right, I got it. I'm also gonna say, how do you feel about skeletons? Just as a general concept.
He leans toward you very closely, and he says, "What if I told you there was already a skeleton inside you?"
Oh God! And Meek just stares at him. And then he just walks out. He just leaves. I've run away. I'm just. I must leave this unholy place.
That's about as good as I could have seen that interaction going. So you guys, as you're leaving Grenvier's smithy, Oh, by the way, the giant introduced himself as Grenvir. That is his name. Yeah, you guys you're coming back. You're kind of in the central square, and sure enough, you see Presta like running, like just back to the cart. So you're all now back in front of the central square. Or Thomas, did you want to go to Harwin's Tower?
Well, I mean, I don't want to make everybody wait. We can do that once we have money.
I think we agreed we can, go get paid first.
Yeah.
That's what I've kind of learned from this exchange that we've had.
Yeah. Well, that's fine, because if you went to Harwin's Tower, what would happen is you would knock on the door, there would be no response, you would knock again, and the door would turn into stone.
Okay.
Yep.
That's what happened, if you had gone.
Okay.
Oilers.
Okay, so okay, cool.
So, yeah. Not, this isn't railroading, this is just exploring with limited options.
Fair enough.
No, that's fine. I want to get paid.
Yeah.
I'm all about that
You
money.
gotta get that cash.
All right, we head out.
So you guys still got most of the. You still got it sort of like midday-ish. Got a good amount of ground to cover, and you set off in the direction. One of you probably talked and got more detailed instructions from Bart, other than just southeast-ish. And so you head on, and it's a fairly uneventful traveling day. The weather kind of turns cloudy and dreary for a little bit, and starts to sort of drizzle on you. The cold rain of a cold winter to come. And you guys arrive. It gets dark before you're able. Hey, Reese. It gets dark before you're able to make it to the encampment, and so you decide to pitch tent and set up camp for the night. If you guys want to talk or do anything, you can, or if not, we'll just sleep and you'll make it to the Foxgreen encampment tomorrow.
Briefly, I want to mention to Friar Blackwood what I learned/saw at the temple. The man say I have a skeleton inside me.
That's true. And if one day you were to fall in combat, you should take solace knowing that your skeleton will continue to fight for me. I mean, fight for Thunder League.
That will not happen. My soul and my body will go to the corn chip fields of Frito-Lay, the afterlife.
Do they fight like that a lot?
Anyway, so but I do want to say to Friar Blackwood, I say, this temple is a place of death. It is an unholy thing. We must go there. We must discover more.
I'm gonna be real quick.
Yeah, that's a little complicated. I'm pretty sure. I'd have to ask Ashton what I know about Vernier and undead.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that nobody likes undead. None of the godly people of Umbria. Like, undead doesn't fall in any of their.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
Anywhere else, I would have picked a better one. I picked the life
We
god.
ain't got no cash to
Right.
do.
You picked the life god, but just a freaky, twisted perversion.
Yeah.
And then Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. totally stole your idea.
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
Let's just have we turned in our card of shit yet? We should do that.
That's what we're going to do right now.
Then maybe we could buy something.
That is exactly what we've been talking about for like the past hour.
Alrighty. Yeah. Any other important conversation that took place?
No.
Cool.
I don't
You
think
guys,
so.
the next morning, and you continue out on your trail again, disturbed sleep. Actually, today it's kind of nice and sunny, and sort of wind up into the hills a little bit, and tucked away while you're kind of going around this corner. You're in sort of this like more wooded area now. Everybody roll a perception check.
Oh boy, it's dirtbag. He came back.
Leave this place. Leave this place.
Going.
Should I roll for Morty?
I may not see anything, but I feel weird.
Should I roll for Morty with Dark?
Use the first one. Sorry.
It's the middle of the day.
Okay.
So
ice cream.
Alberto and Toyota notice there are figures kind of hiding behind the trees, and you kind of see there's like 3 or 4 that are sort of like like hiding behind trees and kind of peeking around and watching your caravan roll by. But
damn it, John!
They don't actually like jump out and do anything just yet.
Can I do knowledge nature to see if they're like naturally occurring creatures or if it's people or whatever?
They're humanoid. You can tell. They're like.
Oh, okay.
They're wearing like robes or like cloaks and shit, but they're humanoid.
And they're just watching us from the tree line?
Yeah, just from behind trees and shit. They're sort of watching you.
Okay, and they're wearing. How many of them did you say there are? Or can we tell?
You see at least 3.
Okay. All right.
I tell my friends, hey guys, there are people. They're kind of following us. I don't know. They're kind of looking at us. What's the deal?
Let's just let's keep an eye on them. Let's keep an eye on them. And let's keep.
What do they look like? Are they savages?
They're like some guys in some clothes.
Just a second.
Can we all like search for traps and then keep moving on?
I check for
You
traps.
guys want me to address the men in the robes? I can talk to them.
Whatever tickles your pickle, dude.
Anybody?
What? What did you say?
I said, do you want me to call out to the guys? We can talk to them.
No, that would not be advisable.
Yeah, I think we just want to keep an eye on them and keep going our way.
Yeah.
Wait for them to get the jump on us when we're not expecting them.
Like we're gonna keep an eye out for traps, ambushes, but we're not gonna.
Yeah, so you don't see any clear traps. Trouser, what is like? Where are you trying to stealth?
Anywhere behind John doesn't matter.
Okay, so you kind of like crouch behind Toyota and think like,
You realize I'm like 5'4", right?
And so you guys kind of continue on your question. Do you guys have both of your wagons, or did you just take the one that you were delivering?
Well, last session, I believe we took the horses from the other wagon and hooked them up to because the Oryx got killed by the stone troll. So we took the horses from the other wagon and hooked them up to our main one. And I don't think we actually talked about what we wanted to do, but one would assume that we only took one.
Okay, I thought, never mind. I forgot the horses were killed. Okay,
the Oryx were killed, and then there were horses on the other wagon, and we hooked them up to it.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Oh, yeah, because the warg and the giant killed the Oryx.
Mm-hmm. I got it on recording.
Oh God, John, what are you doing?
Are we actually? By the way, is the recording working, or did we not?
Yeah. No, I got it. I got it this time, and I've got video, including our beautiful faces. So.
Hey, John, who did you katana attack?
I was just testing the hotkey.
Don't click that hotkey again.
Well, your crit failed.
Swinging through the air, So right. You, as you guys proceed for a couple more minutes down the road, now kind of everybody, even Trouser with his 3, start to notice that there are more of these figures kind of looking around, and finally, out from about 20 yards ahead of you. Shit. Hold on one second. Sorry, I thought my dog was getting shit. Anyways, you see. Fuck! I have enough. You see a figure step out with a long purple cloak. He's wearing a helmet with kind of a snout-shaped projection on it and kind of pointed ears. Looks like a fox. And he says, halt!
Yeah, we halt immediately.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I kind of rest one hand on my mace.
And you turn and you notice that now the figures who were in the woods have also kind of stepped out, and they've got either bows knocked or swords, hands on their sheathed swords. And there's not, you see probably about like 10 of them. And he says, what business have you here?
And I say, we are the Thunder League. We have a delivery for Lieutenant Ivan Jarlskrieg.
And he says, what are you delivering?
Says, who am I speaking with? He's obviously Fox.
What?
He's Fox Clan, right? Like by his appearance and helmet and colors?
Yeah, definitely. He says, I asked you first.
He got us both.
But in a gruffer voice.
Part of completing the job we were hired for is delivering this shipment to Lieutenant Ivan Jarlskrieg. He knows what's inside it. It should be good enough for you.
And he turns. There's like another guy to his right. Other question. I take it the skeletons are with you?
Yeah.
Is it Shreggleton outside and Troll in the box?
Yeah,
or
Troll's in the box.
Hidden amongst your person. Troll in the box. Wait, where?
Troll is like the emergency break this fight box, we didn't expect.
Is the box in the cart?
Yeah. If we only had one cart, yeah, it's in the cart.
The cart that was locked?
What?
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, Troll's not accessible right now.
What do you mean locked? Okay. Like,
remember that the first fight.
Oh yeah, we have to pick the lock. You
guys stole his key and opened the cart lock.
Oh, that was for the cart. I thought it was for like the secret compartment on the floor. Well, we can say that
he's in the cart, but he's not in the secret compartment.
How big is this crate? Because if it's small enough, we could put it where people, like.
It could be resting like on top.
Yeah, it could be on top because there's at least room for somebody to man the ballista, which is still on there, might I add.
Okay, yeah.
And also,
it'll be up.
Bert specified that he wanted to collect as much ballista ammo as he could during the aftermath of the most recent fight.
Yep, you guys still have, I think, like 7 ballistas.
Okay, cool. Yep. So yeah, the cart can be up on top of there.
Okay.
Sure.
So he turns and talks to that guy. Says, "Very well, we will escort you to Lieutenant Jarl Krieg's tent."
Cool.
With that, they the Fox Clan soldiers, as you now identify them by their purple garb and tattoos and shit, all kind of fall in line to either side of your wagon.
Sorry, real quick. I lean over to Friar and I say, "Do you think we should tell them about Count Drady, the mean man?"
No, not at all. He's one of the 5 families of the Fox Clan. We leave that alone.
But he may be in danger.
Yeah, you know. Well, out of character, Presta. Are you thinking of Petrov, not Drary?
Oh, sorry, not Drary. Yeah, Petrov. Whoops.
Oh. Yeah. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Okay.
Yeah. Why tell them today what you can tell them tomorrow?
Exactly.
they walk in line and kind of escort you through. The woods kind of open up, and they actually at some point along the road, they stop and they move a bunch of these bushes and everything, and you see that there was actually a path behind there, then lead you down, and you kind of wind through that for another 20 minutes or so. These guys are not very talkative. They're just sort of soldiers following orders. And they lead you to a clearing that's kind of in this valley, and you can see that there are it's a pretty decent sized encampment here. There's probably maybe 50 tents of varying sizes set up. You see it's a typical kind of soldiers encampment sort of thing. They're that's a butterfly knife.
Yeah.
That's rad as fuck. I like to imagine that Alberto is actually also has a butterfly knife out. You go on, and in the center of this encampment is a large tent with purple and white stripes. And on one of the banners, the flags, you can see a large purple flag with a fox on it. And then you also see below that the sigil. You see another sigil, and I don't know exactly what it is right now. I actually didn't think of that. Hold on one second. I can't remember if I've already come up with this or not. You see a I don't know. You see a sigil. I'll describe it later.
Okay.
Boo.
I'm okay with that.
0 out of 10. So not immersive.
Ruined. No, fuck it. I'll describe it now. It's a yellow background with the black silhouette of a man holding a sword kind of pointed towards the sky.
Okay. It's black
nice.
Man.
Yep.
That's cool.
And the main guard who was kind of leading you in turns around and he says you'll be required to leave your weapons, and he looks at the butterfly knife.
Oh man!
You'll be required to leave your weapons outside.
And I say, you wouldn't deprive an old man of his walking cane, would you?
He says, yes. I've seen those movies. They're fantastic.
Right. So I want to try to walk up to him, and I'm taking off my putting down my mace, and I'm putting down my shield, and I explain to him one of my companions here, the one with one arm. He carries a ceremonial blade of honor. I spit and say, not a Nord, but it would be a great sign of dishonor if you were to disarm the one-armed man. And I want to try to persuade him that John should keep his ceremonial blade.
Okay.
Cool. Hold on.
Yeah, he could probably do it better than
I press button. I use skill. Fuck.
Damn.
24.
Yeah, so he kind of he turns to his fellow guard, and the fellow guard kind of like shrugs, and he's like, I suppose for honor's sake, I can understand, though I'm not familiar with the custom.
Yeah.
He may.
Cool. All right. Awesome. I give this guy daps and pounds and checks and finger guns.
My man.
My man. Yeah.
You do that.
All right.
So, anyone else? Yeah. Nobody.
Yes,
Does anyone else want to try to take their weapon or smuggle?
I mean, I'm from a different culture too. It would be offensive. Not let me take
I have a weapon that I can conjure, so.
So much for that.
I'll slide a hand and try to sneak all my bombs in.
Okay. Great. Just
Sleight of hand to try and sneak all of your bombs in?
Just special, you crit fail. Something that he wouldn't even ask you about, and you just say you wanted to do it. That's what happens.
Oh, shit.
So,
oh no.
Thanks.
Give me a second.
Pyrotechnic.
Yeah, I mean, nothing's going off. I had that planned already. I just want to know how to
not this early.
One of them goes off and I die, and it chains to all of them, and I just get murdered. I am sorry.
So everyone make a reflex save.
Of course.
Oh, fuck.
Serious splash damage.
What happens here?
All right.
You didn't even have to say anything.
Fuck me.
I mean,
if you had just said nothing would have happened.
What happens here is Alberto hands over his butterfly knife. Looks very.
I have a machete and a crossbow and a short sword.
Yeah, he hands over those, and then the guard like nods to his sack of like clearly contraband materials for bomb and drug making, and he says that I'm afraid I'll have to take that too. And so Bert, thinking himself the clever alchemist that he is, kind of hands the bag, but he as he's handing it, he sort of like tries to like palm one bomb, and it ends up dropping. And the way that I imagine some of his bombs are like, there's like two containers, and you like pop it, and the one to the other, and then it's like activated, and you throw it. Well, that ends up happening. And so it like pops and activates and it drops to the ground. The guard doesn't know alchemy, so he just like looks at it and is confused.
I want to try to jump and cover it like a.
R.I.P.
What?
Toyota. He wants to jump on the grenade.
Cover the bomb like.
Roll an initiative roll.
Okay.
Nobody else needs
Oh my god. You're gonna die, man. This is it.
He's not gonna die. It's not that strong.
Yeah, when you put it directly up on your abdomen.
Let's see how much damage my bomb will do here. 16 damage.
Let's see not that strong.
Works for days. Where is the initiative?
Stupid.
Roll on the page.
Should be.
It's like under your where is it? It's under your attack. It's like where your speed is.
On the left-hand side.
Yeah.
Right here.
Under your armor.
Down there. Okay.
You got a 6, John.
No, I didn't.
I rolled for you.
No.
I'll let you roll.
I just did.
Oh, 12. Okay. You valiantly do attempt to leap over the bomb, but you're not quite quick enough. So actually, the only person you protect is the guard, the Fox Clan guard.
That's who I would want to protect for honor, bro.
Yeah, for honor's sake. So, John, you automatically fail your reflex save, whatever it was.
It wouldn't have worked, bro.
But you failed anyway, so good thing you tried to do that. The rest of you, let's see.
Min damage is 9, and you got to beat 17.
Fuck.
Oh, I guess I should roll a reflex save too.
Rest of you end up dodging. Bert, I'm going to say you automatically fail just because it was like bomb.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then the rest of you will take the splash damage.
Well, min damage is if you fail the reflex save, so everybody takes 9, and you don't take the acid damage next turn because.
So do we take the bomb damage or the?
No. Nobody takes the bomb damage. It's all the splash damage.
Yeah, you take 9. You take 9 splash damage, and you don't take acid damage next turn since you're one the direct target. If that makes any sense.
Not at all. So do I take any damage if I succeed?
No, you don't take any damage. I don't. I take 9 damage. Everybody else takes 9 damage. I think because nobody else beat. Sorry, guys.
So it drops and explodes. All of a sudden, like the whole encampment like turns, and like the guards who are near you like lower their spears or like unsheath their swords. And the one guard is, "What the fuck, man?" And at that moment, out of the main tent that you're in front of, strides a figure who looks like that. And he comes up to you and he's like holding his arms behind his back. He like strides up. He's wearing these like fancy looking black leather boots. What you doing? What time is it? It's not your dinner time at all. And he kind of like looks at the five of you, like you guys are like still like patting out the acid or fire or whatever it was that was burning you, and he looks at the cart, and he quickly looks at his guard, who is unharmed thanks to Toyota's sacrifice, and he immediately strides over to the cart, to the back of it. He reaches in his shirt, takes out a key, unlocks the padlock, swings the doors open. All of this said without a word, or done without a word said, and kind of briefly inspects it. And then he closes the doors, turns to you, and he says, "So what's to be done?"
And I walk to him.
I'm
and
sorry.
I say,
I'm real sorry.
He says, "What's to be done? You're either terrible assassins or you're terrible deliverymen."
We are terrible deliverymen.
He says you're either terrible assassins or you're excellent deliverymen.
Excellent deliverymen. That's the one.
Excellent. Yeah, I say we were hired by a.
I know you were hired by Zrakovich. I know. But what's to be done? This man tried to bomb me.
This man's just a retard. Don't worry about it, baby. Ain't nobody.
No.
I think he should speak for himself. Alberto.
I'm sorry.
All eyes turn to Alberto.
I'm really sorry. My hand slipped when I was, handing the ball.
Check.
Oh, what?
Is there bluff in Pathfinder?
Yeah, there's bluff. There's bluff.
This reminds me of Jackknife on trial.
Damn.
R.I.P. Roll a new character.
Oh, gold.
Oh, no. No! God damn it!
He says, he turns to the guard, says, manacles, and three descend to Alberto.
Wait, I want to try to say something.
Okay,
I step.
So we're gonna out of this. We'll time out. What are people wanting to do, and how are they wanting to react? And then we'll on that, and then proceed.
I'm trying to step casually away from Alberto to create distance between myself and him.
Yep.
So I was literally right next to him. I'm going to casually try to get as far as you'll let me from him.
That's fine. Yeah, none of the guards are impeding your movement. There's kind of a circle around you, but you can get a good 10 feet away from them.
10 feet. Okay, I'm gonna move.
Here, let me. Let's do this.
10 feet away from him. Yeah.
Let me get some peeps on the table here.
The table.
I could have sworn I had more, but I guess I just didn't.
We're still at Grenvere Smithy.
Can I get there? Just 10 feet away from where I was.
Yeah. Hold on a second. I'll draw it out in just a second.
Okay. I'll put myself back then. I'm gonna go get a soda.
Meeks does the same thing, but he's terrified.
I fucked up, guys.
That was the same thing because he remembers the legacy of Frito-Land and slavery, and anytime he sees manacles, he panics.
Somebody's echoing.
Yeah.
John,
I'm not doing anything.
John's muted.
Hey, I turned it off.
Oh, okay.
I want to try to approach as non-threateningly as possible the man who has demanded shackles for our buddy Alberto Gorgonzola.
Yeah, our buddy. I'm still echoing.
Did the rest of us disarm ourselves already?
So all of you, I'll say that.
That's definitely Daniel.
I'm pretty sure you did.
I did.
Prior. I did. I can't remember. Preston, did you? I think you mentioned it, but I don't know if we actually formally said that you disarmed yourself or not.
I did. No, I did. I was joking around about it. But...
I'll say that Trouser hadn't yet. Like he was next in line, so he's still technically. Also, I don't know what the skeletons did.
They hadn't done anything yet.
What if there was a skeleton inside of you?
Oh boy,
that was my favorite. Okay.
Why is only my voice echoing, by the way?
I don't know.
Because you're a god.
Yeah. Meat spreads his wings.
Praise.
Joseph, you're echoing too. It's coming. It looks like it's coming from Daniel's thing on the Hangouts there.
Hear no things? Not a single thing has changed in this environment for hours.
Well.
Yeah.
Is it still echoing?
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, every single time we talk, it's coming out of Daniel. Well, it was coming out of Daniel.
Oh, he muted himself.
He's muted.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what changed. That's odd, because it hasn't been a problem before.
Right. But if he's muted, we can't hear either John or Dan.
Yeah. Here, I mute real quick.
So, Ashton, are we putting together how we're about to get destroyed?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you can only crit fail 2 times in a row. Okay.
Remember, Jack.
The third one, you die.
Well, you also had to make the decision to keep to sleight of hand the bomb. So.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, you didn't have to say anything. You made the decision to steal the Elder Road. You made the decision to keep the bombs. You made the decision to touch the door when you were Babar.
Joseph, could it be that you're just bad at D&D?
Wow. God is like yelling at Joseph. Could it
Okay, hold on.
You are just bad. It's okay,
no,
bro.
he's not bad.
That could happen to anybody.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a 1 in 400 chance of crit failing 2 times in a row, right?
Yeah, but like also your bluff isn't good to begin.
Yeah.
Hold on. So yeah, there's all these guards around, and then obviously there's more in the encampment. So Toyota's like kind of on the ground, still like recovering. Bert is now. I guess I'll say that like these two have stepped up to shackle him.
I don't see any people.
What?
Do you guys see people?
Nope. We're still in front of Grenvere Smithy.
Okay.
Oh wait, shit! I forgot to move you. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, we've been looking at Grenvere Smithy for a hot minute now.
Yeah, for about 3 years.
Okay, well, in that case, I'm just gonna finish fucking designing this.
I don't know where it was echoing.
It's echoing Ashton now.
So there's a poltergeist, is what you're saying.
Hold on. Give me 1 second.
That's definitely Trouser Dance. That's fucking weird. Hello, Kitty. Hello, Kitty.
All right.
Is that Kitty? Yeah, Kitty.
Yeah, this is now my second cat.
What's his name?
This is Ahsoka. We rescued a cat a month ago, and now we rescued another one on Friday.
That's cool.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, that's great.
Okay.
A little bunch of running around. But is Ashton here, or did he step away for a second?
No, I'm here. I'm just...
Oh, yeah, Ashton, all I want to try to do is, I want to try to work a diplomacy with the dude when I get a chance.
Oh, man.
What do you think?
Diplomacy it up.
Hold on a second. I forget, do I have tokens for,
Yeah, my guy's good at
Butler
diplomacy.
Yeah.
Good diplomacy.
Actually, oddly enough, he has really high intimidate. Classic.
Yeah, we had tokens for Shreckleton and Butler. I don't have them.
So, oh yeah, we do have a Shreckleton token. Hold on. Almost ready.
Cool, no problem.
I would like to try to explain myself.
Yeah.
At some point, but well, when we get to
just keep in mind that if you are lying, you will need to bluff.
Fair enough. I won't lie.
We need Lord Commander Bone to step in and help us.
Yeah, we're about to get assassinated, and yeah. I just want to get paid.
Yeah, I just wanted to get paid, man. We'll take it. I didn't really think that dragon was my dad.
Yeah.
So, okay. So here, I think we are. Quit doing that part.
There you go. Oh, that is a lot of dudes.
Oh, wow. Fuck.
Mm-hmm.
No, we're not.
Yeah.
So, as you can see, Jarl's Krieg is right here.
Yeah.
So the soldiers definitely, like, the ones down here seem a little wary of getting close to Shreckleton.
Yeah.
When he went up to inspect the caravan, Lieutenant Jarl's Krieg did not seem all that hesitant. He just went about his business, did his thing. I guess actually Trouser and Wolfie could probably be like a little closer, like down here. So Presta and
I don't have a dog, man.
No.
Trying to get away.
No, you don't. And so these guys have kind of stepped in to grab Alberto.
Okay.
Again, Toyota, you're kind of on the ground here. The guy with the purple dot is like the main guard that was taking your weapons. And Bert, you are like on your feet now. Your hands are behind you, manacled. Your alchemist pack has been kind of taken and gently set aside. And Charles Craig steps up to you and wants to hear your explanation.
Look, I hope you can understand, why I would want to keep my pack. There's a lot of you guys, and there's not a lot of us. And you haven't really given us too much of a reason to trust you.
Thomas facepalming. It's pretty good.
And he says, of course. Well, I apologize. How might I earn your trust?
My God.
Oh.
Yeah, Preston's catching on.
He nods to one of the guys holding you, and he quickly punches you in the stomach. You take 1 non-lethal damage.
I'm sorry. So I'm at 19.
Yeah, it's like non-lethal damage is like temporary negative HP.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Don't let this be a reflection on my friends.
It's definitely not.
Can we make them louder, do you think? Or is it not? Let's see.
Hold on 2 seconds here.
No, you got
Actually, Major, you would. Did I make a note for this?
Sorry.
What? Do what now?
I need to take better notes, damn it. You guys, oh shit. Never mind, you had more money than I. Your Star Rose quartz and jewels and shit. Yeah. You guys had a lot of like mixed coins and rough jewels and some art items and stuff. All of that was worth about like 700 gold. So
okay.
let's say you sold that all to Roland. Anyways.
Okay, so we add 700 to the party fund. Is that what you're saying?
Yep.
Yeah.
Moving on. How much did Drakovich finally agree to pay you? I remember you talked him up.
He wanted 1,000. We talked him up to 2,500, and he gave us a quarter up front.
Yeah, he gave us 500 gold.
Okay.
He gave us like a quarter of 2,500, right?
I feel like if he gave you something, it would be like 500 because that's an easy round number.
Okay.
Not 625.
Yeah, I had written a quarter up front.
Well, yeah, the last session it was 500, but I mean,
Okay.
Whatever.
Fine. That's fine.
Anyways, so Jarlskrig turns his back to the half-orc and says, I really want to say take him to the brig, but I guess it's not on a ship, so he says throw him in jail. There's not a jail here. What's the throw him in the stockades?
Yeah, it's like Jaime Lannister when he gets captured by the Starks. They put him in a big cage.
Yeah, he kind of gets delighted by the fact that he remembers that they have a stockades here. They drag they begin dragging Alberto off into the kind of like it's not. I mean, the camp isn't huge, but they drag him off kind of westerly. Jarlskrig turns to the rest of you, and he says, "Fair is fair. Punishment for a deed wrongly done, and reward for a deed rightly done." And he reaches in. Of course, he's just fucking got bags of gold on him. Obviously. He grabs one and he throws it at your feet, Friar Blackwood, and you can tell by the weight of it that it's about 1,000 gold.
All right, and I say, I believe there has been a misinterpretation of the situation.
Misinterpretation. No, my son.
Is there an echo in here?
I don't know. Do we have an echo right now?
We do not.
He strides up to you, and he says, "What does he say?" He thinks for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
He says, "How might I have misinterpreted this situation? A man comes up, tries to sneak bombs into my personal tent. People that I've never worked with and only are flying by their reputation of a man that I intend to fire are, I guess none of the rest of you have really done anything, but he's still upset. And
Right.
I'm just waiting. I'm biding my time.
He knows how much gold he gave you, and he knows how much gold Drakovich promised you.
I'd just like to.
So I'll try to barter with him, and I'll say, you either take our friend or you take his share. You don't do both.
He says very well. He tosses another sack at you.
Wait, so we get paid what we were worth?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome, sweet. All right, so we got 2,000 gold. I hand it over to Presta.
Yep.
And Friar is totally that's the extent of what he's concerned with. He gives the gold to Presta, and then I want to start walking towards my skeletons. Is that cool?
Yep, that's fine. Nobody steps.
You will let the green man go then.
I would like to negotiate for the young Choi's life.
How would you like to do that?
I guess I would like to speak with this really cool general guy who thought his life was in question.
I speak with. Are you talking about?
What are you going to say to him?
I'd like to come and say that, Richard, I am an honorable man from honorable family. I have traveled with these guys for a long time, and the same way that I would jump and take a bomb for one of your men, Roberto Albergonzola. Roberto would maybe do the same for you. He's a powerful ally, and we would like to help you in the future. But you must please understand that he's a weird man who creates Russian bombs, and they're very stupid. It's a bad weapon. He's a bad fighter, but he's going to get better. And, you know, you can send us our mission. We will help you. I will give up my right to help the Fox Clan because you guys are teaching me how to be very cool. And,
oh my God.
You know, don't kill our friend. He's a really cool guy.
Yeah, he listens to your heartfelt plea. He does seem to appreciate the point of you know, your honor. He seems like a man who values honor a little, you know, when it suits him.
When it's lawful and evil.
He's not evil. Just because he's a bad guy doesn't mean he's a bad
evil.
guy.
I'm lawful.
He might be lawful evil. Anyways, he says, I can tell you care about him. You can tell very much. It must hurt you seeing him in shackles like that. I believe there is a way you could attempt to release him. Of course, you know, the Jarlskrieg, we adhere to the old ways, you know? None of this courtrooms and sentences and all that. You want your friend back, trial by combat.
Okay, that sounds cool.
Single man combat.
Single man combat.
Some things never fucking change.
Our best against your best.
God damn it.
Yeah, with that, you guys have the option. If you would like to free Alberto, you may select one amongst your rank to fight.
What will happen if we leave him? Is Alberto gonna die if we leave him?
Are you asking Jarlskrieg or are you asking me?
I'm gonna ask you.
I don't know.
All right, I'm gonna ask Jarlskrieg now. Hey, Jarlskrieg, this sounds like a fun time, but what are you gonna do for our buddy if we don't want to fight you?
Says, well, I haven't decided yet.
Okay. Well, if you're not gonna do anything to him, then I don't want to fight. If you're gonna kill him, then I'll fight anybody.
You know, instead, maybe we'll just call it the story of the 7 lesbians who all learned to love each other and they're best friends, and also 2 of them are handicapped. Huh? How about that?
I'll fight your best guy.
Oh
yeah?
My God. We could.
Dude, he says, careful what you wish for. I'll give you a moment to confer with your comrades. And with that, he like whistles. And the people, like several of the soldiers, grab the cart and start to wheel it off in the northerly direction.
Did I get my shit off the cart yet?
Yeah, you got like your crates off the cart.
Yeah, I want to have unlocked it.
Okay. It's unlocked. Is Troll Skeleton out or still just like in and unlocked?
No, he's in the box.
Okay.
But it's unlocked.
So he like steps back and kind of stands by his.
Actually, you know what? Sorry to interrupt. I think this might be a good time for a show of force, and I'll have the troll skeleton get out of the box.
Okay.
Can we say that he is the strongest member of our party?
I kind of I imagine that he's sort of like kind of like you kick open the lid and like the bones sort of like fly out and like into position as he like animates.
Oh boy.
And then many of the soldiers kind of step back, you know. Again, Jarlskrieg doesn't seem as phased. And he turns to the purple guy, you know, his like not his right hand man, but it's like his favorite henchman, I guess. And he says, "Don't get Marcus, will you?" And so this guy runs off.
Let's see.
Down the way.
Yeah, 2 pictures of troll skeleton.
That's fucking that's on your portrait. I don't know if you noticed that, except I gave him Shrek ears.
Shreckleton is an ogre.
Is an ogre, and this guy's a troll. You know, ogre, troll.
Okay. Yeah.
That's kind of racist, dude. It's okay because I said it.
Okay.
So yeah, you guys, you can talk about the situation you're in, minus Alberto, who is stockaded
Playing the harmonica.
Like 50 yards away or so.
Yeah. Nobody knows the troubles I've seen.
I'll go. I mean, I guess everybody heard what I was gonna do, so I'm gonna go.
I'll say Alberto is stockaded like next to you guys, so you can talk to him.
Well, who's the strongest member of our team?
I am.
Could it be
Just
Troll
kidding.
Skeleton?
I mean, it quite possibly could be. I don't know how to.
You guys can sneak me that back. I can enlarge that skeleton even more.
I don't think they will let you do that.
I don't think you're going to be anywhere near it, and I don't even think you're here talking to us.
No, he said he's next to us in the stockade.
Okay.
We can talk to him.
I mean, I don't know how much I can communicate to you guys about Troll Skeleton's stats. He's equivalent strength to us.
Well, wait, you said we can metagame at DM?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Like he's got 6 hit dice, so he's got 39 health, and as a skeleton, he's got some fast healing, but he's got an AC of 14, and
I could give him the bull strength.
He might be the strongest guy. I mean, no, you can't give him bull strength because he's undead. You have to have a special thing to affect undead with person spell.
Really? Because I did that to Shreckleton last session. So.
Really? Do you?
Then you have to.
Huh.
Where does it say that?
I don't think we were supposed to have been able to do that.
Are you sure?
Yeah, like cast buff on skeleton.
I have 17 AC. But I can't really do one-on-one in my space.
You know, the first single-man combat you ever did, Trouser Dance, was pretty good. You broke dance really good, and you farted so hard that you almost destroyed a vampire in mist form. That is a good thing to be able to do.
Yeah.
I think I'm the best 1v1 fighter. The rest, someone else really want to do it.
I mean, I don't.
I trust Serenade to protect me, but not that much.
If you guys, nobody wants to do it, Troll can try it, but...
I mean, if you think that the Troll can do a very good job and save our friend, then that's a good idea.
I don't know if he'll do a better job than you would. I just know that if he dies, we're not down one you.
I look over... Well, Jar's I mean, is it a fight to the death?
He says he's like, it's a fight to the death. Yes, it's a fight to the death.
Excellent. This is how we do it in my country as well. I approve.
I'll fight for honor. It's cool.
You fight for your life, Toyota.
Yeah.
And Resh,
I owe you a life debt. But only if you survive. In which case, I don't if you die. That would just be silly.
I didn't prepare any spells to help you, so
I can give you the strength of the bull.
I go stand by my
while you guys are chatting, like all the soldiers are like very excited about this. You know, it's not every day that they get to see a trial by combat. And so they start like arranging, you know, like setting up like a little like makeshift kind of we'll call it a here, I'll just fucking draw it on it. How about that? Draw three. There you go. Got a little pen there. You know.
Shit.
They start like.
Where is it? Oh.
I can't control Butler. If it matters.
They're all like bringing it, you know, cheering on.
We're going into the crucible. Just you and me.
And
1v1, final destination. You can probably use items.
Wave dashing only.
They even turned Bert Stockade around so that he could.
Oh man, you guys are the best.
Yeah.
Good.
So it's decided Toyota's going to be representing the honor.
Can I cast Bull Strength on him before he hops in there?
Yeah, you can cast
anything. Someone give me a heal too.
A heal? How did you get hurt?
The bomb.
A what?
The bomb.
Oh, the bomb.
I'll,
exploded.
Yeah, I'll cure light wounds you.
Oh.
1 second. So I'll walk up to you before you enter the crucible, and I put my hand on you, and I cast Cure Light Wounds, and I just say to you, like, you know, you really don't have to do this.
I fight for my friends.
Okay, I walk up on the other side, put my hand on his bicep, and say, "I give you the strength of the bull."
What the fuck is this? It didn't roll the. Oh no, I got 2. So 2 plus my wisdom modifier.
I
So
give
you
you
get
the
5
strength
health
of
on that.
Thomas, that was a D3 that you rolled.
What the fuck? I just clicked Cure Light Wounds. Okay, I'll go.
Set up the macro, then it like thinks that every spell is like a damaging spell and also has an attack roll and stuff, so it doesn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. Here, let me just roll the macro.
Toyota.
Okay, there you go.
Die.
You get 10 points of health, John.
All right, that's exactly what I needed. Actually, it's 1 more than I needed, but excellent.
So I give you +4 to your strength.
Look at that, dude.
Damn. +4 to strength? That's pretty good, too.
So you get.
Alright. Hold on, just one.
And I tell you, if you die there, suddenly we'll bring you into her home and give you many chips. But I will not resurrect you because there is no need to.
Okay.
However, I will probably kill Alberto Gorgonzola. For doing such a
We were just trying to get paid, man.
Alright, give me like we're gonna take a 2-minute intermission.
Cool.
I'm gonna pee.
I gotta pee.
Joseph, I want you to know that, like, I am ready to fight for your life if the whole group, like if they actually go to kill you.
Yeah,
like,
I'm not
Friar.
I don't really know what they want to do with me.
They want to kill you. They're the lawful evil fox.
Yeah, they really want to kill you.
That's not necessarily true. They might want to just torture him.
Yeah, like, basically, you're not okay being taken away. And so, like, out of character, like, we're not going to let that happen. But in character, like, Friar Blackwood is, like...
I understand.
Completely pissed, and, like, his most important thing was making sure we all got paid for this, and we did. So, like, he didn't mean to leverage your life versus getting paid, but that's what he did.
I know.
But, like, I have the skeletons out ready to go when shit hits the fan. I just have to do it in, like, a, God damn it, I didn't want to do this. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I still have my Ring of the Ram on, I think. I can shoot things from the stockade.
You do. That's a great call, dude.
Yeah, if I have to, I'll break...
Knowing that you have a Ring of the Ram on, and then knowing that you insisted on trying to palm a bomb inside makes me mad.
I forgot about the Ring of the Ram until I was like... Until
that's
recently.
Why I like lovingly and joyously gave away my weapons, knowing that I have a spiritual sight. Like, knowing you have a ram that pops out of your ring, you should have given them like the whole kitchen sink.
Mistakes were made tactically and rollingly.
Not according to Kaikaku.
Oh my god! It's all right, bro. It's nothing new.
Ashton, in anticipation of this, can you let me be able to move those 2 skeleton people?
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Oh, also a tumor bat. I forgot about that.
I'm gonna shoot you a picture of.
He can detach from me and fly away and deliver touch attacks and kill.
I think that the Fox Clan will allow that. I think
what?
They would probably decapit. Like if it's 1v1, if you throw a tumor into the middle of combat. Like, they're probably gonna have something to say about that. Just say.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if things hit the fan, it can detach from me. And I can,
yeah. That's true. You
know, like I can still do something because it's got spells prepped. It's got force injection and skin send that I can. It works.
Why would Ashton allow you to do that?
Because he's cool.
Yes. I know what you were gonna say.
Hey, it'll separate the skin from the bad guy's, body, and then we can coup de grace the body and kill him in very quick fashion.
Yeah, and it's not,
It's not OP as fuck.
It's okay. Maria and Aligar and Bartleby are coming to save us right now. I can feel it. Yes, they are.
When I think Bartleby, I just think of Dogma.
I think of Bartleby the Scrivener.
Alright, time to start working on that Thunder League logo while everybody dies.
Yeah, just talk amongst yourselves here.
Alright, let me, I'm gonna go get a bite. I'm gonna get some Pocky!
I bet you didn't see
Ashton, here's a picture of a troll skeleton token that you can use for troll.
That's... I like that.
Considering you have a skeleton inside you.
That's almost as stupid as what I would make.
So, thank you.
Fuck. Where are you?
This music's getting me real pumped up.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it should.
Hey, I'm gonna grab some food real quick.
Right now.
Damn it. Find a good high-res picture.
High resolution.
It's not really what's going on. So, fuck it. We'll just use the same one I used last time.
God damn it.
Damn it! Damn it!
Damn it, Bobby.
Damn it, Alberto!
Alberto.
Oh, Satan. Fuck it. Can't find a good picture. The guy's Theocles from Spartacus. I think I pulled this one before.
No.
I'm pretty sure I pulled this move before, but yeah, it's Theocles, so.
Alright, I like it.
Oh, shit. That's a powerful guy to have to fight.
Joseph, it's okay. If Alberto dies, he can be Alberto Provolone.
If he dies, he dies. I'll make another guy. As much fun as being a
He dies.
If he dies, he dies. I agree.
I mean, you know, I half deserve it.
There you go.
Half deserve it because you're a half orc. It was your orcish blood, not your human blood, that was making you do it.
Exactly.
Just trying to make a fucking token here. What? You want to... Okay, come on.
Wow, that guy's really scary looking.
Yeah, he was real scared in the TV show.
Yeah. He was like at least a level 8 fighter.
At least.
Um.
Wow, the default picture on Google of Crixus is so happy.
Yeah.
Looks like this.
I like how there's a Spartacus with you.
So that guy finally looks like Theocles from Spartacus. Immediately instilling terror into everyone.
So scary.
Oh, dude. Yeah, bro. Give me a Dorito.
Amazing.
Hey, I hear that. Oh, I like that. I see Trouser Dance and Toyota eating their Doritos.
Nom nom nom.
Wow, there's some sweet Viocaly's action figures. Have you guys looked at this shit?
No.
There he is.
Pretty badass.
There he is.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So, let me get the.
Hey, Ashton, did you get the picture I put in the chat of a troll skeleton?
I did, but I haven't uploaded it yet. But I shall.
That's fine.
Shortly.
You're fine.
Alright, so let me just go and fucking upload it. Oh. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Hey guys, what do we want to name the troll skeleton?
Alberto Gorgonzola. In memory of our dead friend.
Who trolled us?
Yeah, who trolled us, exactly.
Nice.
Good token.
Kind of sneaking away
Wait, I want him
just a little bit.
I want him by my side.
Okay. All right, there you go.
And I want to be able to move him. And I have a list of demands.
Damn, that guy's cool.
All right. So, is everybody where they want to be set? All that shit.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the center of the ring in just a second. I just wanted to tell my friends, you know, it's a very important fight to me. In my family, where I come from, they would never let me fight for honor. But now they're all gone. So I hope they're looking down on me and they say, that's Toyo Subaru out there. He got a right of honor.
Toyota, we are looking down on you. We are your family.
Hey, I'm gonna cure light wounds myself.
Crazy crunch.
Yeah, I'm full health now. That's all my healing. I prepared for the day, guys. Evil cleric.
Good cleric, no problem. Hey.
All right.
All right, here we go.
Yeah. Hold on a second. I'm just trying to pick.
I'm sorry if this is like taking up a ton of time for our section.
All right. So I think we're ready to go here. All righty. So as you enter the makeshift arena here, Marcus rolls into it, and he is stretching out, and he's got this big warhammer that he's using. Big
Goro! Goro! It just reminds me of the
wait, no shit. That's not
Mortal Kombat.
Where did you go? Thing that I was using. Shit. I did not exactly plan for this.
Really?
You sure?
But you know, hey, whatever. So yeah, he pulls out. Got this great warhammer, and he's like, you know, looking at you. You're both about 10 feet from the walls. You know, this has brought the attention of lots of people, and they're all cheering and all that stuff. And Jarl Krieg even has like a little chair with like a stool, and somebody's came up and poured in some wine. And he you know, he stands up, and he grabs his wine, and he you know, puts his hand up, and the troops fall silent. And he says, we are here today to witness a trial by combat to defend the honor of what was your name again? He points to you, Bert.
It points to me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I wasn't. I couldn't hear you. It cut out for a second. Alberto Gorgonzola, alchemist at large.
Alchemist at large. Just not really right now. You know. He says, right. Alvin Gorgipile. Yeah, whatever. He says, who will be defending this man's honor?
You should meet Toyota Subaru.
You foreigners do have quite your names. And he says, he says, very well, and of course, acting as executor of my wishes would be Marcus the Crazy Killer. Those are all spelled with K's. And Marcus, like swings his warhammer around, and all the Fox troops cheer and everything.
So I bet against John. FYI.
What?
I walked over to I was just doing it in the chat there, but I go up to the guard next to her and I say, "Hey, 10 gold on this scary crazy killer, man."
Good. Yeah. There's bets being taken. You know,
yes.
passed around.
So I bet against John.
Yeah, he's got.
Hey man, it's a win-win.
Let me just set the stage. It's Theocles using a giant warhammer versus a one-armed guy who catchfragged his. So the odds are pretty good. It's 10-1. So you actually don't get great odds.
Yeah, no, I bet against him.
Yeah, the odds are 10-1 on
winner.
favoring Marcus.
10-1. I'll put some gold on. Well, I'm gonna die anyway.
Can you bet you're in a stockade? How can you even
the guy next to you leans down, is like, do you want to place a bet? All the foxes are Slavs. He goes, do you want to place a bet? I will place a bet for you.
Yeah. How much gold do I don't know how much gold I have. Let me look.
Take it out of the party fund.
No.
Yeah. I'll put. Well, what the fuck? I swear I had gold left. I don't know where all my fucking notes are. Did I just give it all to... Whatever.
The Bank of Meats.
Yeah, I just want to put 10... Yeah, I'll put 10 gold on my friend here, Toyota Subaru, to show that I have supreme confidence in him, and not just because I'm playing the odds. Well, even if I die, well, who's going to take the money from me, right?
I would have taken the money from you.
The camera zoomed in on him when he did that.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah,
That was like a movie. That was great.
He grabs the gold, and he steps over to the teller, and he says, yeah, whatever. Yarls Creek says, as you all know, this is to be a fair fight. I want no interference on either side. And may the best man win. And he snaps his fingers and sits down. And John, you are going to roll initiative.
Oh, boy.
Oh my god.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Oh man.
This is going to be
There's
great.
that basketball.
So, Marcus goes ahead and you both, as soon as he snaps, you both, drop down into the ready position. But Marcus is a little quicker than you. And he strides forward and attempts to hit you with his warhammer. He gets a 27.
Yeah, it's gonna work.
Oh,
So
no.
he does 13 damage to you.
Okay.
And he says, now, Fox Clan encampment, I begin. And it's your turn. Actually, I'm going to have everybody roll initiative so that if you want to interfere, which I would not recommend, but you can.
How much damage do you do? 17?
13.
13. Okay.
I failed again! Oh my god! I rolled another one. That's 3 in a row.
The dice?
7.04.
7.04.
Oh my god. What the fuck?
All right, J. Johnny, you're up.
Alright. My initiative roll just now, it gave me a weird message. Can you see it on the...
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna range it up first. So, you know, I did have 28 health, but I think when I rage, I get an additional 24. So I got some more health, and I'm going to. Let's see here. I'm gonna try to take a big old swing at him.
John, don't forget about your bull strength. I think it should give you +2 to your attack rolls.
Yeah, and it factored into your damage too.
Yeah,
And
damage
it'll-
too.
So I think that would be a 19.
John, how do you figure that you get 24 extra hit points?
The music's too loud. I can't really hear you.
You can turn it, well, you can count it down on your own computer.
Yeah.
No, I just got excited. I wanted you guys to get excited with the basketball.
I'm excited.
I'm pretty
John,
excited.
how do you figure the 24 extra hit points from your rage?
Because I get 2 points per level, 2 HP per level when I rage, and then also the con mod also would give me I got 2 constitution points.
I don't know if that's factored into the rage.
Yeah, I think you get. I think your 2 hit points.
I guess that would be 6. So it wouldn't be 12, it would be 18 health.
So you get while the barbarian gets +4 to strength and constitution. The increase to constitution grants the barbarian 2 hit points per hit dice.
Okay,
Right.
so 12.
Yeah.
I get 12, but I thought also because I asked and I thought Thomas said that you get to add additional health for the con.
Right, but that is like the 12 points you get is from your con mod. There's not an extra.
It's not like an additional thing.
Yeah.
I gotcha. Okay, well, I got a 12. I got 12 points. And anyway, that's my attack that I rolled. And then I guess since Alex gave me the
Bull strength.
that should give me what? That 2
Plus
strength should give me 19?
No, +2.
So 20.
Did you factor in the increase to strength from your rage in that as well?
Yeah, that's a Berserk Katana attack
Okay,
roll.
so yeah, total of 20.
Wow, you only rolled a 6.
Jesus.
That is gonna hit.
Yeah, I rolled out beautiful beam footage. I did 8.
Plus
You get
2.
Yeah, you get 2 more.
I get 2 more, so that's 10.
Yeah. All right.
Wait, can't you do double attacks, John? Since you're...
Can you do 2
Oh
attacks?
yeah, I'm also. I guess I'll attack again.
The guard next to you, Joseph, swiftly punches you in the mouth for metagame. And you take 3 damage.
Another point of lethal damage. Hey, look, this could save my life, so these little damage could. It's okay.
I scowl over at Bert. I got money on this fight!
I'm gonna roll my second one. But hold on. This one is gonna be. Hold on, for the attack roll, I didn't make a one that doesn't. It's gonna be not quite this high.
Just roll that and subtract what the difference
Roll
is.
and subtract 5.
I think it would be exactly this because the buff would. Oh wait, no. It
Just
wouldn't
roll your main one, subtract 5.
Yeah.
Make it easier.
Subtract 5, so that's a 13, and then +2 is a.
You didn't actually.
Roll
No.
again.
What?
Roll
Roll
again, John.
Roll again.
Oh, okay.
What, I tell you? Fuck yeah. 21.
Okay, that's going to be another.
23. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. +2, -5.
And
15 damage. Fuck yeah.
Shit!
yeah,
You chopped him up good, dude.
I'm trying, So yeah, I do it like that.
He looks very close to bloody, but not quite.
You got it on it now.
Does that do anything fun? So he winds up and decides to take a power attack at you. He now is going to use his full round action to make 2 swings at you.
Oh boy!
The first is going to be a 30.
Oh my god!
This is going to be a very short-lived fight.
So it's only going to be a 28.
Yeah, only a 28.
Okay.
And he does. He does 19 damage with that.
19 damage.
Jesus Christ.
The second is going to be an 11.
Oh, thank God.
11's not going to hit me.
Okay, well then it is now the crowd's turn, I guess, if you guys want to intervene.
Without metagaming too much, what is Toyota looking like? I mean, you know, is he bloodied? Is he looking pretty rough? Is he?
He's like, you know,
bloodied or not?
He's like on the verge of bloody.
Oh shit! Wow, you got more health than I thought. Oh, from raging. So okay.
This dude.
Yeah, I'm just gonna cross my arms and look at Big Purple Man up here.
Y'all's great. Right.
I'm gonna go. Come on, Marcus.
That was he clearly he identifies you as the leader of this ragtag group, and he sees your arm crossing, and he's like sitting in his chair, and he like raises his cup of water.
Oh shit! I got 29.
John's just attacking again.
Oh my god!
And then let's see.
So why are you doing the things that you're doing? Why are you doing 3 times?
No, I've only rolled.
That's the first.
That's the first and the second.
Oh, he's rolling like it's his turn again.
Yeah, sorry. I thought I had rolled in between that, but I'm on a separate thing. Never mind. Yeah, 29, that's gonna hit.
Yeah, and then I get 11 damage on that one. And then for my second one, I guess it'll be this -5.
Plus 2. Yeah, so -3.
-3 total.
13.
Yeah, that one might not work.
Not quite.
Yeah.
But
But
you do
then,
damage, and this Marcus looks kind of bloodied. He sort of staggers back, and the fight music changes.
To the same song, because that's definitely the boss music again.
Oh wait,
That's what I just heard.
Why do I have 2?
It's the regular fight music. There it is.
Nice.
Now it's nothing. The first song. There you go.
And as he kind of gets back up from his stagger, he like slaps his head a bunch of times and like roars, and he's very upset. Yeah, he goes.
Yeah.
He
Music.
and he takes another swing at you. I don't want to leave this up to the dice. That's the way it's going to be.
Hey, RNG, man.
He gets a 17.
oh yeah, that's gonna work.
Uh-oh.
Really?
Oh shit!
He does.
Yeah.
Really? I didn't know you were
Yeah.
so low.
He has 17 damage.
Oh fuck!
17 today. I mean, that's
And then the next one's only a 9.
Yeah.
Next one's a 9. So you're up, Slugger.
Oh my god!
Wait, so did he hit me twice?
No, the second one's a
No.
Oh. Okay. Well, you know, I got somewhere in the neighborhood of Shmee health and Shmee, you know. It's gonna be fun. Okay, well, fuck it. I'm going to answer me this. If I try to trip somebody,
You roll.
if I attack a downed opponent, is there much advantage to that?
I believe you get like a +4 to your attack, and they get like a -4 to their AC, or +2 or minus. I don't know. Does somebody want to look that up while we're?
A trip?
More like the AC modifiers for prone.
Oh.
The trip. But yeah.
Do you want to trip him, John?
I'm thinking about it. It might be a good way to try to win, you know.
So it would be your CMB versus his.
It's a -4 penalty to AC against melee attacks.
But then, do you know? Does like an attacker get a bonus on top of that? I think they might.
The attacker gets a penalty, but I don't see that it says that an attacker gets a bonus. Just the AC -4.
Okay. What was I doing? John, so you're gonna need a CMB roll. So if you go to your character sheet.
Well, I've got a spell called Blade Lash.
Okay.
So, but if I cast that spell, like that'll be my whole turn. I won't get to attack twice, right?
That will be your standard action.
Well, then fuck that. I just got to attack. Let's keep it simple.
Wait, when you cast Blade Lash, it says as part of casting this spell, you can use this weapon to attempt a trip combat maneuver.
You still get to attack if you cast
and
it.
you get +10 on your roll, so you'll only get one attack, and it will be the trip.
Right. But he can just get up and hit me his next turn.
Is getting up provoking an attack of opportunity?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
This is getting pretty fucking metagaming, so.
I'm just gonna attack him.
Whatever, bro. You don't know the rules.
No.
I'm just gonna fucking strike. You know what? I'm gonna use power attack. I can't two-hand it, but I can take a -1 penalty to do 2 extra damage a hit. So I reckon I'm gonna do that.
All right.
I'm gonna power attack. And there's my first one, a 26.
That's gonna hit.
He's rolling like. Oh, that's a pretty high roll. Yeah, that's good.
And then there's the damage on that. So it's gonna be 9, and then an additional 2 from the power attack.
Yeah, 11.
11 damage.
So then for the second one,
he looks real bad.
Ooh.
So that's 18?
Well,
No.
it's the second attack, so -3 plus -4, so it's a 13, right?
Yeah. That one doesn't work. That one don't work.
Marcus, kind of after your first blow, he sort of like he falls to his knees, and you swing again, and he kind of like just like dodges out of the way in time. He is now prone in front of you, and he sets down his warhammer, and he looks up to you, and he starts saying, "Please, I didn't want to fight you. I didn't mean. He made me. Don't. I've got a wife and kids. I've got fox cubs at home. Just spare me. Just this once."
Wait, does he do the Spartacus finger yield thing? Wasn't that a thing?
Was that a thing? If it is, he does it. If that's a thing, he does it.
He yields. Yeah, he asks for mercy. etc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think in this situation we look to the Emperor to know what to
What does y'all Krieg do?
Yeah.
He raises his eyebrow, but
he
doesn't
raises his fist like this.
Okay.
Yeah, no, he doesn't do that. He doesn't do anything. He sits and watches.
I look at him and I say, no, wait, I would be talking differently.
I say to him, I say, do you fight with honor?
Wait, who are you looking at? Marcus or
Diocles, or Marcus the killer?
The guy who's on the ground in front of you, begging for mercy.
You look at you say, do you ask him if he fights with honor?
Yeah.
He says, of course, yeah, I always fight with honor.
Okay. Well, there's a little Tonto that I carry in my belt, and I drop it at his feet, and I say,
"You must commit seppuku to honor your family. You can die with honor."
Yarlsgrig like smiles at that.
Oh wow!
Is that an intimidate check?
So wait, are you trying to intimidate him into seppuku?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Wow.
Is that strength? I guess it would be strength, but it's not that high.
Hold on, is intimidate? No, never mind. Yeah, so you don't quite. What does he do? Hold on. He tries to. He grabs his great hammer, and he tries to stand up and attack you, provoking an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to take that.
I'm gonna have to take that and your life.
Let's see. So, what, that'd be 17?
17?
Yeah.
You meet his match.
Oh, shit.
Do it, Lawrence.
Get him.
Which is a really good thing, because I think both of you were one hit away.
No,
you get 3 health.
14 damage.
16. 14.
14 or...
Is it 14?
John,
what 14
you
or
at 3
16?
health?
Well, you
I was
can
at
from
3.
strength.
You were at 3?
God.
Yeah, it's 14
That's
damage.
good, because so was he, until you, like, as he's getting up to get him, you just, like, it's almost too fast for the crowd to see.
Yeah.
You do the thing where you like, as he's, like, getting up, he, like, grabs his warhammer, and he swings, and you, like, have diarrhea touchdown, and you do, like, the thing where it's like, but then you turn around, so you're back to him, so his warhammer's up here, and you've basically sheathed your sword, like, through him, and then
He
you
only
do
has
the
one
thing
arm,
where you
which
pull
is
it out,
amazing.
You pull it out, and you swing it around, wipe the blood off, and then it goes back in the scabbard.
What did he wipe the blood off?
Marcus the Killer falls dead.
Oh, wait, dude, you're forgetting diarrhea touchdown, so he's got to, like, explode into, like, diarrhea, like,
yeah. Sorry. You stab through his bowels, and instantly just, like, runny shit just starts pouring out.
Oh my god.
And then he collapses dead. And the crowd, like, some people actually cheer, because, I mean, a show's a show.
The smell permeates through the air.
A lot of people are more just, like, turned off by the whole diarrhea aspect of that. But yeah, you win the day. Jarls Krieg looks not that disappointed, actually. And he stands up and he, like, kind of golf claps. And he says, well, fair is fair. Go ahead, let him go. And this guy unshackles you from the stockades. And Jarls Krieg actually steps through the fence into the arena and starts walking towards you. Are you still raging at this point?
Yeah, I'm still raging right now.
Can I hop the fence and approach as well?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I want to do.
And he kind of unceremoniously, like, steps over, like, actually he just walks, like, steps on the body of Marcus and over it.
Inside of the body.
Yeah,
and
I want to put a hand on John, and I want to ready to cast Shield of Faith if Jarls Krieg does anything sketchy.
Ah, okay, all right. So he hold on a second, fucking ghost Cappy out of there. He so Tom, I'll say you're, like, here.
Yeah.
So he kind of regards you, Toyota, and he says you're a man of honor, right? Follow a code of sorts.
That is correct. I believe that I have honored the
Yeah, but I've saved my friend, I had to do it. I believe that I proved his innocence.
He says, my son, maybe if you wouldn't hang around with such fucktards, you might somewhere in life. If you ever need a job, maybe you could join our organization. But
what are kind words that I must continue to travel with my friends for their great honor.
So you say you fight for your friends? Okay. And he says, more's a pity. And with that, he turns around and he walks off back into his tent and the crowd sort of disperses, and you guys are once again alone. The guards are like still watching you very closely.
Mm-hmm.
But you're, Joseph is freed.
All right. Well, Mr. Preston Meeks lost some gold, but we won some back.
I'm weeping. I'm crying on Butler's shoulder. I
lost
the gold. I can't believe I lost the money.
Yeah.
Hey, 10-1 odds, man. We made 90 gold.
Was the Achilles hammer any good?
Yeah, it was a +1 warhammer.
Ooh, +1.
I take it. You know,
go that spoil.
with my
I think it's actually it's a two-handed hammer. I think it's called a maul in Pathfinder.
Yeah.
two-handed, John. You can't take it.
I'll walk up to a Subaru and be like, I owe you, man. Thanks for fighting on my behalf.
Well, I see my sword and I said, you gotta keep your fucking bomb to yourself, friend. You know, that's really important. That's a weird weapon. It's a really fucking weird thing to do.
Alright.
Stupid. But it's okay.
Do you need some
I think we're done here. Fuck
I give him some heals, or at least, well, do I have any heals?
No, you will not produce any more vials of anything this day.
Yeah.
Let the holy man do his job.
All right, so I give Troll the command to carry the box, and I figure we're just gonna leave. We don't really like these people.
Yeah,
they don't.
I hand John.
I don't think they really like you either.
Yeah, but we got our money.
You have healed for 12 hit points.
Oh boy!
I can do it again if you
do
need.
Do we see anyone in the entire encampment who has any what was his name? Petrov symbols?
The sigil of House Petrov.
Yeah, it's a good question. Why don't you roll a? I guess that'd be perception check.
Yeah.
So
sure.
also look for it.
I always forget Pathfinder. There's
Yeah.
not a.
Here's my perceiving.
There's not like a search, is there?
It's perception.
Perception.
I think it's all just lumped into perception. So yeah, perception.
Okay. We got a 9.
9 and 8. You kind of take a peek around without having to linger too long, but you don't see any of the Petrov family sigils.
All right, that's cool. All right, let's get out of here. Let's go back to town, guys.
Yes. How much money did we receive from?
We made 2,000 gold. So do we want to break it up and pay it out to everyone individually?
Or do you want to put it in the party fund? We can do either. It does not matter to the Bank of Meeks.
There's 5 of us, right?
Yes.
Let's just split this one up, 400 to everybody. Is that cool?
Are we not party funding anymore?
I mean, we are.
I have 1,605 gold in the party fund.
1,600. Okay.
I figure we'll keep the party fund about as big as all our individual purses are.
Well,
or no? It's up to you guys. It's up to everybody.
I suppose that's true. There's nothing for us in Onsgard that we really need to buy because, as we said, we have the magic map, so we don't need Fuckboy's map, whatever his name was.
Yeah.
So.
Did anyone pick up the big maw? Because we can sell that.
How about you maw?
To the victor go the spoils.
Yeah, you got the
maw.
maw.
You took it.
Oh, I got it.
I mean, it's up to you guys if you guys want to keep it party fun. I was just going to split it up in
Well, we can keep it together.
You guys are like walking out of the encampment and just everyone like you're very openly discussing like I don't know. I mean, should we split it up? Should we maybe just like party fund it? Like all this stuff. Everybody's just kind of watching you, but you sure enough you eventually make it back to the road and you can continue the discussion. But you guys are headed back to Onsgard.
We can always keep it together until we need it separately. I don't know. I have no need for that right now.
No, I think it does not matter to me because gold is not something that I believe is truly necessary in this world. But
all right, let's. How about this? Let's split it up into 6 parts, and let's give 1 part to the party fund.
What?
That just makes things very complicated with the monies.
There's 5 of us, right?
Yeah.
So let's give everyone 333 gold and 30 silver, or 3 silver, or whatever it is. And then let's give the party fund 333 gold and 3 silver.
Alright, so 333.
Does that work?
Sure,
yeah, so everyone gets 333 gold and 3 silver, and so does the party fund.
The party fund now has 1,538 gold and 33 silver. Presta Mix has 333 gold.
Yeah, I've got 350 gold and 99 silver.
All right. So you guys head on back to own.
All right.
And what do you know? You're back to your skin. You come back to your accommodations at the or I don't know. What do? You make it back. So again, uneventful trip. No baddies or beasties around. I will say I did not forget about Petrov, but Jarl's Creek did not ask you about him.
Right, we decided not to say anything about it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we didn't mention him.
Yep. And you, yeah. What do you want to do now?
Let's go to the east part of the town. There's like a little town square there. I want to make my way to Harwin. But there's a robot here.
Yeah. So again, you get in. It's about like noonish, So, you guys had some trail rations. You're starving. You can hold off before you get lunch. But you go to the eastern side of town, which has a more kind of general marketplace for like, just trade goods and Persian rugs and other shit like that. And there is, in the middle of this marketplace, so there's also a kind of like, in the middle of the marketplace, there's a like collection of miniature-sized buildings, and you see that there is actually a slum of gnomes here. They call this the Undercity. And people who don't like gnomes call it the Underfoot City, but, And standing outside of the entrance to the Undercity, there is a mechanical humanoid-looking figure. Standing
what the hell is this?
Still and silent for the time being.
Is it John Katner?
Yeah. Is there anybody near it? Any gnomes or anything near it?
No gnomes near it. No, and people seem to pass by it and not really paying attention to it. Nobody else.
I want to. So I can't. I want to pull somebody aside and be like, "What the hell is this?"
And so the person turns and goes like, just ignore it. Whatever you do, don't get it started.
Yeah.
And then they go about their way because they've got shit to do, man. Not everybody in this world is here to answer your questions.
Well, I'm really curious about it, so I want to maybe look at it.
Okay. Where are you?
Can I want to cast Detect Magic on it.
Okay, so you cast Detect Magic, and you get...
what?
I'm thinking. You don't detect any magic as you kind of focus in on the statue. As you do that, Toyota Subaru kind of comes up and like gets kind of in front of the statue, and all of a sudden you hear kind of these whirs and the lights like kind of flicker, like an old time lamp, and you hear a You hear like the mouth doesn't move, but from within, kind of like it almost sounds like that voice in here, like recording or something.
Shall we play a game?
It's not yeah, it's not that mobile, but you hear have to praise him.
Praise who? Because whoever it is heretical.
Praise God, Lord of all machinery.
Into this funny robot.
God is still God is still fucking D&D, Forgotten Realms.
I'm right here.
Who is is it an
John?
John.
Oh.
Like the dinosaur from Tekken.
Say praise God. He says praise Bragi, Lord of all machinery.
Okay. Can I do a religion check to see what I know about Bragi?
Absolutely.
Yeah. 21.
Bragi is Bragi is another god of the Norse pantheon. He is a god of merchants, storytellers, and kind of and yeah, what else would you might know?
Is there any history of him making or his followers making mechanical men?
You did remember hearing kind of there was a vague parable about Bragi and the automata, and think that there's something there, but you don't remember a lot of the details about it.
Okay.
You think that was never really an established thing. It was more of a myth.
Okay, so I'm gonna lean into this robot and I'm gonna say, who created you?
And he turns to you, and it's kind of like flicker. And you can hear the whirring in his head, and he says, "Have you come to praise him?"
No. Who created you?
And when you say no, he turns kind of just away from you and regards the next person.
Okay. Yeah, I walk away. I walk towards Harwin's.
Okay.
Did you know, Robot Man, that you worship a false god and you will be cast down into flaming hot damnation at the end of your days?
He says, "Have you come to praise him?"
Ha! Ha! That's all I say. I walk away too.
Okay.
I go after fire.
Does anybody else want to do anything else with the robot here?
I'll say sure. Let's praise him. What are we praising?
And then he turns to you and he goes, "Praise him, praise him." And then
doing the promotions thing.
Yeah, and then he kind of praise. He's kind of praise him, and he goes motionless.
Powers down.
Dang.
Can I roll a perception check to see if he's powered by anything?
I yell, I told you, false god.
Okay, perception check to see if he's powered by anything. You look around the back of him to see if there's motors or gears or a battery of some sort, and you can't really find much. I mean, his body is kind of covered in these sort of scale plate sort of
He's a
things.
piece of shit.
But you don't hear that whirring motor anymore.
Well.
Steampunk Caitlin, get the fuck out of here. Fuck your steampunk.
Wow.
Thomas, Friar Blackwood, you roll up to the tower before you, and we'll just say now that the same thing happens. The door, you knock on the door, there's no response. The door turns to stone if you knock a second time.
Yeah, so I do knock a second time because I'm insistent, and it turns to stone.
Yep.
Are there any windows? I want to make a good walk around.
No,
the
so
tower.
actually, yeah, shit. I forgot to read the description. So, visible even from a great distance, the unnatural symmetry and design of the tower before you stands in stark contrast to the cobbled-together appearance of most of the buildings in Olmsgard. The tower itself hums with energy as you approach. Aside from its simple door at the base, there are no other windows or doors visible from the outside. And it's probably like a couple 100 feet tall.
Okay, so I want to shout. I came to speak with you, Harwin. I won't be denied. And like
no
shouting
response.
or intimidating. Okay.
No response from the tower.
Intimidate the door.
Can I detect magic on the door?
Grabs you.
Now, detect magic on the door. It's magic that turned it to stone, right?
Yeah, when you detect magic, like looking at the tower, like you get like a migraine.
Okay, I want to dispel magic on the door.
Okay.
Do I need to roll?
I believe you roll a caster level check, unless I'm.
Let's see. Targeted dispel, 1d20 plus your caster level.
There you go.
Compare that to dispel with the high. Okay, so let's see. So 1d20 plus 6. That's it. / roll. 1d20 plus 6. I got a 20. Compare it with the caster level to the spell with the highest caster level on the target. If successful, the spell ends.
Okay, and you're casting it on the door?
Yeah. Well, I wanted to detect magic to try to figure out what made it stone and then cast it on that. If it's just the door turning into stone, like magical stone, I want to cast it on the door then. But if it's like a glyph underneath the door,
okay.
I want to do that.
It does appear like the door itself turned into stone.
Okay.
And you attempt to dispel magic on it. You said a 17?
14 plus 6 is 20.
Oh, 20, sorry. Sorry, I'm reading dispel magic here.
You're fine.
You know, Freya, I might be able to move the stones for you.
Yeah, if this doesn't work, you should do that.
So your dispel magic. I'm just trying to see if it like. So you cast dispel magic on the door. It does not change back into a door.
Okay. Did it get rid of any magical aura in front of us?
Again, there's so you can't really like. There's just the like. It seems like the entire tower is like magical. So it's not like you haven't been able to pick out like a particular aura like you might normally do if it's just like a dude wearing a couple magic rings.
Okay.
Well, I step forward and I say, I might be able to do something about this. So, out of character to the DM, stone shape. You can form an existing piece of stone into any shape that suits your purpose. While it's possible to make crude coffers, doors, and so forth with stone shape, fine detail is impossible. There's a 30% chance that any shape, including moving parts, simply doesn't work. By your could I like open the door? Like, you know, you can shape the stone.
You could attempt to shape the stone before you into a door.
Okay. Well, I do so.
And you can shape 10 cubic feet.
Yeah. Okay.
How tall and wide is your door?
You said I can shape 10 cubic feet. I'm gonna try to make it, what's the largest size? Because I need to get a troll skeleton and an ogre skeleton through here.
Well, the skeletons are easy because they're gonna be the ogre is gonna be small, like in a chest, right?
What is the maximum possible size I could shape the door into?
10 cubic feet.
Okay, well then I do that.
Yeah, just make a normal door.
That specifically
So
makes
I asked the question because like, you have to have depth to the door as well.
Sorry, say that again. Do what?
I asked the question because you have to have depth to the door as well. So like if you made a normal like a door that's like 6 feet tall and 2 feet wide or whatever. No, you couldn't even make it tall. If you made a door that was like 4 feet tall and 2 feet wide and whatever 1.25 feet deep, you might have to crouch to get through it if it works, and B, you don't know how deep this wall is.
Okay, so I don't know how the depth of the stone.
You know how deep. Like that's why I was asking because like with those dimensions, I want to know how deep you're like projecting your door.
Just guess. Do it.
Fuck. I mean, I'm not good at math if that's what you're asking. A normal sized door that is like 5
So
feet.
you couldn't. So a normal sized door has got to be like 6 feet tall, right? Something like that.
Okay.
And then like like how like probably 2 feet across. So that's 12 square feet. So already with any amount of depth, you're past your level.
Okay. Fuck. That's some bitch ass bullshit.
You're gonna have to make a door to like a crawl hole.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll make a little fucking halfling doggy door.
Okay. Okay. How deep are you gonna go?
Balls deep. It's balls deep.
Because like eventually, like, if you want to go 5 feet deep, you're not gonna be able to make a hole big enough for any of you to fit through.
Okay.
Can you cast that at a higher level spell?
No. This is the highest spell level I can cast at.
This is a brilliant idea, but it's just it's such a shitty math problem.
I don't do math.
Preston
all right?
Meeks and his adventuring friends want to get through the wizard's tower. They only have 10 cubic feet plus 1 per level. Just plot on the graph and show the point of maximum door opening.
If Presto was asked this question, he would just sort of do his Presto Meek smile, like on his token. He would just look at you and be like, I don't know. 4.5 feet.
It says 10 cubic feet plus 1 cubic foot per level.
Yeah, so you got 16 cubic feet to work with.
16 cubic feet.
Hey, can you do math?
So you could do a 2x4 like size 2 feet deep.
Okay.
That's probably pretty solid, yeah.
I will do that.
Okay, you cast the spell. Nothing happens.
Damn.
Like, are you saying it goes into the stone, but I don't? An entrance is not revealed, or just literally nothing happens?
So I'll say that the feeling you get when you cast this normally, as you've done so many times in the past, is that you touch the stone, and it's kind of like you can feel it, like you're like Play-Dohing the stone pretty much. So you magically feel yourself, manipulating the parts. You don't get any such sensation when you touch your hands to the stones.
Okay. Fuck.
It's not actually stone. It's made of corpses.
I was with you there for a second. You lost me at corpses.
Yeah.
And I turn to Friar and I say, "Well,
what are you doing, John?"
Yeah.
Okay.
I say, I just turn around.
Okay. Well, Presto, with a sense of determination, says, "If you can't go in, go up." And he attempts to climb the tower.
Climb away, Presto. We all know you're very good at that.
I am, but we can't forget about my fail-safe.
Are the rest of you interested in the wizard tower, or like wanted to do anything else in town?
I'll go hang out and kind of watch this occur. There's nothing I can actually do with my spells. I don't think.
I got a 5 because of my harbor check penalty.
Yeah, so you like size it up and try and like grab a section and like shimmy your way up, and it just does not work at all. I gotta feed my dog.
All right.
Here's
where I think we are done here.
Are there openings up top?
Nah, he said there's no doors and windows.
I was gonna say I could detach my tumor and just check out what's going on up there.
I'm getting the feeling we're not supposed to go inside.
Yes, it almost seems as if the voice of God has told us.
Detect magic doesn't work on it. Neither does dispel magic. Neither does stone shape. We're not supposed to go inside.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're probably right.
Maybe robots can help us get inside.
I'm gonna see if I'm by my
powered
dog.
down.
I don't know where he is.
Yeah, I'll walk back over to the group. Yeah, why don't we go to the Temple of
the robot?
What?
Did somebody say they were going to fuck with the robot again?
I said maybe the robot can tell us how to get into the tower.
Yeah.
So I say, hey, robot of the false god.
As you approach, the same thing happens as the first time. So you hear the whirring, and he sort of like goes to life, and his lights flicker on, and he says, "Have you come to praise him?"
I have come to ask you how to get into the tower.
And he like turns again and kind of disregards you.
Goodbye.
All right, I walk up to the robot.
Have you come to praise him?
I am him. I yell at the robot. I say, it is I, Bragi, god of stories and machines.
Roll a performance. Yeah, perform. I know it says it's untrained.
What about bluff?
I'll give you bluff.
Okay. Let's bluff it then. Bluff bot. Go. 9.
But that doesn't quite do it, and he turns and kind of disregards you.
Fucking robot.
Why don't we just say we want to praise him? I say I want to praise the robot god.
He's going to lift his arms up and power down.
Turns to you and he says, "Yes, we must praise him. Praise him. Praise." He powers down.
This robot puzzle is not meant to be solved by us.
These puzzles were not meant for mortal men.
Fuck. Well, let's go somewhere else.
There's this very scary looking temple.
Can I examine the robot again to see if there's anything? I know he said we couldn't find what was powering him. Can I just examine the robot for any curiosities? Did I drop out of the chat?
No, you're here.
I'm listening. I was just popped them up there.
Hephaestus.
Does it seem like there's anything missing from the robot?
It does say he is malfunctioning.
Yeah. Is there something missing from him, like a power stone or a?
You don't. Roll a perception.
A Geodude. We need to go to Wave Echo Cave and get a Geodude for him.
Yeah. Perception.
Ugh.
7.
Yeah, you don't find anything like any clear like insert quest item here sort of thing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I walk away. We're gonna go to the Temple of Vernier.
All of you?
You know what? Yeah. How about not my skeletons?
Okay.
I send my skeletons back to the Quicksilver Saloon. I keep Morty on me.
Okay. Trouser, what you said something, but I didn't catch it. Or maybe not.
I'm going in.
Okay. So you guys all enter the Temple of Vernier. Similarly, dark, hazy, low-lit candles.
I'm back, and I brought friends.
The smell of cedar. And once again, the priest steps from behind the pillars. He always seems like he's hiding there.
He has nothing better to do than just stand behind the pillar all day.
He's, you see him like fumble with one of those paddles with the ball on the string. He's like putting it back in his ropes. And he steps out and he goes, Fuck, I'm trying to remember what he said. He's Tony J, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
He goes, what?
You can do it. You got it.
Beata Maria. He says, what might the Crow Lord do for you?
What might the Crow Lord do for you?
Upgraded my church.
Yeah. I'm gonna walk up to him and I'm gonna ask him about what's up with that robot in the center of town.
He says, again, his face an emotionless stony mask, but you hear kind of a twinge of sorrow in his voice. And he says, Hephaestus has been here for longer than most of us. Unfortunately, no one really knows his origins, only that now he's a fraction of himself. And he says, of course, he has no soul and cannot be given Vernir's blessing.
Of course.
No.
Yeah. What about? What can you tell me about Harwin? He wasn't at his tower.
And he says, yes, the wizard is notoriously, how should I put it? Individual.
Right. How would one get his attention if one's occupation were spelunking in the mall to collect items Harwin may be interested in?
It has been my experience that Harwin tends to contact the groups himself, one way or another.
Okay. What do I know about Vernir and his priest's attitude towards skeletons and necromancy in general?
So like necromancy is kind of a like it's a bit of it's sort of like a political like topic in Umbria, you know, kind of like abortion. You know, some people are like really for it, some people are really against it, and like you know, it's a weird topic to talk about a lot, like on a first date. So it's not talked about often, but Vernir's priests in general, like they don't like reanimating the undead, specifically of humans, because they feel that once a person is dead, he goes to either God's God or Heldenheim, and stays that way. And so they don't like the whole like bringing the skeleton back in, or the soul, or reanimating the skeleton.
They don't
process.
Yeah.
But that being said,
so when he says the construct has no soul, like, does that mean he would like? What about skeletons? Like, I turn to him and I say, "What of a skeleton? Does a skeleton have a soul?"
I guess so. Yeah. So it's not. Never mind. It's not the soul. But, well, it was the soul part for the soul for the Warforged. But the necromancy is like their bones should be left alone. You know, that kind of thing. But he says, skeletons don't have souls. I guess I don't know technically if skeletons do or not. With like animate dead, you're not reanimating someone. You're just animating the bones. You're not like bringing a soul into them, and it's just randomly like, oh, Harry, who died last week, gets to come back as a fucking butler.
Right. Okay.
So they frown on like reanimating Nords. You reanimated a deer, it would still be kind of weird.
If you reanimated a Frito-Land, then it'd be fine though, right? Because they're subhuman, clearly. That's what you're trying to say.
Probably
sub-Nordic. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm not sure I'm really gonna get along with this guy. I don't want to ask him any questions to tip him off to the fact that I'm a heathen. So I'm just gonna keep to myself and leave.
Okay.
Hey, is there anything you would like to bring us? Is there anything you would like us to bring back from Dima?
He says,
anything that your god could need that we could possibly be recompensated for?
Oh yeah, I want to ask him a question too. My bad.
Okay, you like as you're at the door.
As I hear him saying that, I'm like, oh,
turn around. He says, "Not at this moment, no."
I point to him and I say, "You got any masks?"
Any masks? Are you
like I'm pointing at his mask? Like, does he give them out? Like, what do I need to do to earn a mask?
Oh, he says, he looks at you.
Like, is it a magical item that we identify? Like, if I subtly detect magic on it, is it a magical aura?
It does.
Okay.
But I'm trying to figure out how he responds to you. He just says, these masks. Man, that's a little too aggressive. These masks are for priests of Vernier only. Sworn.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
They represent our neutral approach to death. He explains how they represent how the priests of Vernier like recognize death. There's like sadness and happiness in it, because it's like sad when someone dies, but at the same time, it's like what has to happen as part of the.
Yeah, so I argue with them and I say, no, nothing good happens when you die. You just die and you're dead and you don't go anywhere. And God, I hate this place. And
in Frito Leyenda.
You know what? This place reminds me of the neutral people from Futurama.
In Frito Leyenda,
yeah.
My feelings on this are neutral.
Our funerals are celebrations of the person's life, not of their death. We feel that death is meaningless, but life is everything.
He says, one cannot exist without the other.
Well,
again,
Flamin' Hot Crunch transcends it all. Good day to you, sir.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, like too. Fuck this guy.
All right.
Let's. I don't think we're gonna go into the mall.
Yes, I think we have done everything we can do before going into the super mega dungeon. And it would help if we had a map that a certain butt grabbing half elf had. So perhaps we should wait until he has recovered from his debauchery.
Yeah, let's return to the saloon for now.
What was the why would we even be heading to the mall? Was that a mission we were given before we got here?
No, we heard about the mall and how it's fucking awesome and full of treasure. Like, it's just like dungeon after dungeon after dungeon. And we saw the Fortunate Sons coming out, like, out of the mall with, like, magic items galore. And we want to we always want to get more powerful, so we took a job that would pay us to get here. And now that we're here, we're going to try to collect as much missions and quests as we can before we go dungeon diving.
Right, and that in turn, because we could not defeat the vampire man. Of course, I was not
we
there for
can
that.
afford one of those maps now.
We don't
no,
need
but
one.
we don't need one because Ass Man has one.
Amethyst the Huge
Amethyst has a map.
A magic map. Tell him where
So
to go. Tell him where
we
the
don't need to buy one.
What is Dick Dickley?
Yeah. Yeah, so let's return to the saloon and see if there's anything going on.
All right.
All right. As you do so, you all kind of wander that way. As you're kind of like, just as you get into the kind of that other sort of central square area over here, there is you hear the tolling of a great bell off in the distance, coming kind of from the mall. And so I'll say this the Quicksilver Saloon where you are, maybe like 100 yards, 150 yards or something from like the gatehouse and you can see like the maw. The maw itself is this great kind of gaping entrance that's a couple, maybe like 200 or so, 300 feet high. Not 300, 200, 150, something high, and it's pretty wide. So you can sort of like see it from where you are. But as you enter this clearing, you hear the tolling of a bell, and everyone around you stops for a moment. Not like stop, like there's everybody kind of like pauses and listens. And after a couple more seconds, you hear the tolling of a second bell. And with that, now a lot of the people like start to like look more panicked.
3 for White Walkers.
Yeah.
Where's this
Oh
bell
my
coming
god.
It's coming from towards the mall. You can't see exactly. Well, I guess you could probably see that like next to the sheriff's house, there's a huge like bell tower.
Is the sheriff anywhere near us or inside the saloon?
You don't see him, but with the tolling of the second bell, you do see that most of the like more peasantly looking folk are starting to run away from the mall, and a lot of the more like adventurous looking people are running towards the mall, including Bart and Maria, who run out of the where are you, Bart? Run out of the saloon.
Yeah.
As they run by, I say, "What's happening?"
Yeah, we run with them. I'm gonna go with
Bart. And Bart, so they're not actually like running; they're more like purposefully strolling.
Right.
Power walking.
And Bart turns to you, and you see him. He's like affixing these bracers to his wrists, and he's like, "Oh, it's a level 2 incursion. It's the most exciting thing we get nowadays." And as he says, now he's still got his kind of characteristic smile. A third belt.
Level 3 incursion.
Is this like Pacific Rim?
It's a mix between Pacific Rim and Game of Thrones. It's basically what I'm going for here. And almost true to hold on.
They specifically fucking what's his name? The guy who's the other ranger was talking about a level 3 incursion and how catastrophic it would be for this place.
Yeah.
And sure enough, as you where were you? Picture? I just had you. Hold on. Don't let the moment slide. Just the fucking
the third bell tolls.
Okay. When I go back and edit this video, there will be lots of bells sounding. It will sound a lot cooler.
Gong, gong.
It'll be just like that.
I had it.
John, let's just watch Pacific Rim tonight.
No.
Oh, I know why. Almost, boys.
Hey, did you fix the north, south, east, and west thing? I'm so happy.
Albert comes out of the mall.
I retconned it. And out of the mall, you see, and actually, like you hear kind of this shrieking roar, and you kind of see this figure coming out of the mall, but you don't quite realize what it is. Oh, by the way, as the third bell tolls, Bart's face, his smile disappears, and now he and Maria do start running towards the mall.
Yeah, we do.
And some of the more like green-looking adventurer peoples like slow their pace towards the mall.
Yeah, we start running towards the mall. All of skeletons.
Let's do it for Frito and die.
You see that the gates, which had been closed shut, start like there's the banging and this steps through. You guys,
please be a kaiju. Please be a kaiju.
Shit. Yeah, basically.
Oh,
Hydra.
And with that, this session ends.
Oh no! You gotta be kidding me! Oh fuck! Really? Oh god damn it!
Nice.
Jeez.
Obviously, like the fucking sheriff is up there.
I want to fight it so bad.
Yeah, but I mean,
noticeably absent is Roland.
Of course he is. Fuck boy. Hey, the dog is up there.
Garth is up there. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I want to fight this so bad.
That is where we will. Amethyst is there, maybe.
Yeah, we'll see.
Amethyst is both there and not there until
Quantum Amethyst.
Yeah. Kyrus is up.
That looks like a powerful creature.
Find out next time.
Oh my god, on the next... Wait, the fucking Death Priest is there?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay. Whoa.
Man. Oh, man, I can't.
Find out next time. Oh, dude.
Fun times.
Shit. All right.
Yeah, you brought kaijus and into this. I'm pretty happy right now. I can dig it.
Hydra. All right.
Thanks for saving my asses, guys.
Oh,
I mean, by
shit.
that I mean John.
Fuck yeah, that was a really good session.
Yeah, I didn't want to.
Although I want to say though, as you guys are like everybody's like running up and like right as the wall breaks down, is the music that plays. So.
The Avengers.
Nice.
Yeah. I was really hoping you just played the Pacific Rim theme, but it's okay.
The Hephaestus shows up and he's like fused with several others, and now he's Cherno Alpha, which is obviously the coolest of the Jaegers.
I bought this shit the other day. I think
it's already yelling about Crimson Typhoon.
Crimson Typhoon!
Those guys got killed so quickly, man.
Yeah, I was pretty upset about that.
All right, righteous dudes, way to go.
Nice.
You're not level up. You're still level 6, but
yeah.
So tomorrow night.
When are we playing tomorrow? 7 o'clock, 7:30 maybe.
Sounds good.
I'm down for whatever.
Okay, let's go ahead and say 7:30.
7:30 works for me.
We'll play for about 3 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
So we can fucking do what we should have done last
We'll
time.
have a couple fights. We'll have a boss fight, and then we'll plane ship.
And then we all die.
And then I'll roll new characters. All right. Shit, that was fun.
Awesome.
That was Alberto really just throwing a wrench into the whole thing.
That's what he's good for. I like to imagine that like at the end of that whole escapade, the camera zoomed in on Alberto's face, and he was just like, "I do."
Yeah, and then freeze, and then like it did freeze and cut to credits, right?
Meet Alberto.
Wow, you're doing a cool thing with your dog there. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, way to go, dudes.
Nice, guys. Well done. All right, I'm gonna go. See you guys tomorrow.
All right, sounds good. Let's get ready to die the next time we play this session. It'll be great.
Yeah, that was a good job, dude. Thanks for thanks for almost murdering me by a bunch of randos. That was cool. And that was a cool way to handle that situation.
Yeah. I do what I can do.
I thought you guys were gonna take the money or keep the cart instead of presenting it.
Well, like the cart, we thought about it, and then we're just like, we don't know where this goes. This seems like above our pay grade. We're just gonna get murdered if we take this. We already made enough enemies, man.
Yeah, we did a real good job.
You didn't make a whole lot of friends.
Yeah.
It's not true. You made friends today.
The people in Ansgard seem cool, but yeah, Meeks is pretty well okay with murdering Fox Clan folk at this point. They seem like they're shitheads. So.
Yeah, obviously.
They're really
on that train.
Shitheads because we fucking tried to blow them up and stuff.
Well, there's also that, but
there's also that.
I don't know.
Shitheads that you get in an argument with them because you know they're a douchebag, but then like after the argument, you're like,
I was kind of the dick.
Well, it all worked out in the end thanks to Toyota Subaru's Reverend Critwalker / Toyota Subaru's amazing power. That's his name, yeah, Reverend Critwalker.
That's the persona that he takes on. Yep.
Jekyll and Hyde, baby.
Bam.
Yeah.
You see a smart Chinaman turn into a great samurai warrior.
Brave samurai warrior.
Oh, yes.
Alrighty, cool. Well, I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll work on next. I think the entire video captured this time, and I got y'all pretty faces.
I really want to read that summary of the last.
Yeah, it's almost done.
I have no idea. Probably had me too since I wasn't there.
What? Oh yeah,
you summary thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
Albert.
R.I.P. Albert.
Alrighty, dudes. Well, I reckon I'll see you guys later. I'm gonna go make some mac and cheese and
jerk off.
Netflix. Yeah, probably jerk off.
Yeah, that sounds pretty fun.
Hey, John, you want to get to dinner? Daniel?
Dude.
Bye-bye.